Ball worked around, higher, launches a three, got it.
So a good win for Mosinee tonight.
Ty Pankratz picks it. Simone at first in time, and the Stratford Tigers are state champions.
The Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals are your Division V state champions.
Small Williams, J Swag Daddy, first Swag Kazakage, letting y'all know, running back from Green Bay Packers, that I am in the house.
At Superior High School, where we have a beautiful facility, artificial turf. This ballpark, relatively new, built.
You belong in your home!
I'm in the house.
Today's broadcast for the Eau Claire North Huskies, number 2, averaging 22.2 points per game. 3:22 into the game, and we see Whitewater's Ken Larson make his way in for the touchdown. And we have with us former Amherst Falcon, former Wisconsin Badger, Tyler Biadic. Tyler, thanks for joining us.
Welcome to Kenosha Bradford. Kickoff between Kenosha Cougars and the Wisconsin Slayers, taking it about the 10-yard line on the far side, trying to get the outside numbers of face masks starting on the kickoff, and hands are up, and he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's got his hand up. He said, "Yep, that was me." It's kind of like an NBA type situation there, where you know, for a while there, Steve, it was a rule in the NBA. You had to raise your hand when the foul was on you. So that's what that looked like to me.
So they're going to add 15 more, I would assume, after that. So pretty good field position for the Wisconsin Slayers here from beautiful Kenosha Bradford High School. Mary D. Bradford High School, Mary D. Bradford Stadium as well. Looked it up a little bit. She was the first woman superintendent of a major Wisconsin school, and she was the superintendent of the Kenosha School District. So as the good. Got Lucas Holheisel, Trevor Zaleski, Jason Zaleski, and Steve Maves here from Kenosha Bradford. A block in the back, so it's going to be a penalty on. Oh, and
then they offset.
Yeah. So a block in the back from the Slayers and a face mask on Kenosha. And that is where the Slayers will start their first possession. Kenosha won last week against Tri-City 22-6. I don't think the Slayers played last week, so first action of the year for Wisconsin Slayers. We're going to try our best here to get numbers and names and everything for you. I believe Jordan Williams in at quarterback, shotgun formation for the Slayers, and he's going to hand it on the counter. And going to fall inside the 30-yard line to number 11, T. Miller. Good little gain to start the game here for the Slayers.
And as you can hear a little bit in our headsets, a little bit windy up here, just, what are we, east, on the east side of the press box. So right in the shade, which is where you want to be when it's barely 50 degrees. But that's what you're hearing there. The players, though, on the field, you see full sun, and a very nice day for football today.
Kenosha Bradford Stadium here, just new about 6 or 7 years ago. Beautifully done. Of course, and a delay game on the Slayers, but one of the most prominent alumni, I guess you would say, from Bradford, Melvin Gordon, running back for the Red Devils, the Badgers, and where's Melvin now? He was with the Chargers.
Yeah, he's somewhere else now.
Denver, maybe?
Yeah, somewhere else.
Most prominent alumni, one of them from Kenosha Bradford, Mr. Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, well, certainly of recent, right now, in the NFL. He's top on the list here out of Kenosha Bradford.
Shotgun after a nice run by Miller, and now a delay of game. Going to hand it off on the jet sweep to the near side. Tried to gets to the corner, gets beyond the numbers, and gets chased out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Number 8. We'll find him here.
Yeah, on the tackle, Javon Peterson for Kenosha on the tackle, while Steve is looking up the ball carrier, number 6. We'll explain a little bit of that as we go, but right here.
6 or 8, one of them.
I think it was 6.
All right. We'll say Fontana's. Antonio Fontana's on the carry.
Okay. These are unofficial stats, by the way. If you're scoring at home based on our commentary, don't. Just sit back and enjoy the game. We've got great amateur Northern Lights Football League football action for you right here. So just sit back and enjoy.
We'll have more for you next week from Columbus Catholic High School as the Marshfield Bandits take on the Sheboygan Sabercats. Low snap, going to be taken and going to be sacked inside the 35-yard line, back to the 32. And on the sack, 32, DJ Carter for the Kenosha Cougars.
Yeah, Carter took advantage there of a snap miscommunication between the center and the quarterback, and we see our first fourth down of the game, and it looks like a change of personnel for the Slayers, and the punt team is on the field.
About 4th and 5 coming up. We saw some very impressive punts during warm-ups from the 84 tall, long, lanky punter. 84 somewhere.
It definitely does say 84 on the back of his shirt. As Steve is looking that up, back to return for Kenosha is Chris Williams. That's all right, Steve. That's why I'm here. I got you while you're looking it up. But yeah, a tall dude there. We saw him in warm-ups, and I think we've got to delay a game. Yep, delay a game on the Slayer. Some more time to look up number 84 there, Steve, as the delay of game will push the Slayers back inside their own 30-yard line. Ball is going to be spotted right at the 29. It'll be a 4th down and a full 10 yards to go. So 84. Well, you know what? The most popular punter of all time, Ray Guy. So Ray Guy punting for the Slayers.
Perfect.
Yep. I said if we didn't have numbers, we'd just make up a name, and that's Ray Guy punting.
That's what we're going to do.
And, it comes out of retirement. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And he's here right now to punt for the Slayers. Here it is.
High snap, punts from the 15-yard line. Not ideal for him, but it's going to be picked up at the 27-yard line to the near side, looking for a block. He's going to get taken down. Wonderfully done by 13, Alec Tyler on the tackle. And that is where the Cougars will start their opening possession.
Yeah, Alex Plunkett there on the return. And that was in golf terms, as golf courses across the state are open for business in Wisconsin. That was a worm burner of a punt, but it just kept rolling end over end, Steve, and worked out to the Slayers' advantage.
Yeah, and we saw him during warm-ups. I mean, he had a couple of seconds on his hang time. That was about a quarter of a second.
Yeah, it wasn't much, and there's a whole different thing between warm-ups and the actual game, and you get anxious, the adrenaline flows, and all of a sudden, kaboom, and you scorch it down the artificial turf.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. Javon Peterson, it looks like, at quarterback number 5. 4 receivers, 2 near, 2 far. Split back behind or to the right of Javon. Back to pass, and he's going to roll out to his right, keep it himself to the 25, get tripped up, fall forward near the 35. And it's going to be close to a 1st down. They will give him a 1st down, gain of 11, and the Cougars get their first down of the ball game.
55, Justin Cole for Kenosha was very proud of himself as he pancaked his Slayer counterpart there and stood over him in our first real trash talk of the game. And in amateur football, you're going to have a lot of trash talk during the game. We got our first instance of it just about 4.5 minutes into the game.
And it's something that we were expecting coming into the game tonight from what we were told. 10:15 to go in the first quarter. Javon back to pass this time. No pressure, a little pressure now. 3-man rush, and he's going to get it up to 18 and break a couple of tackles. Was Javon Moten on the reception, and he gains about 7 or 8 on the play.
Yeah, Aaron Ballinger there, number 54 linebacker for the Slayers, tried to launch himself into the receiver there and launched himself into the ground as a result of it. And, no form tackle. Now they say wind the clock, and the clock is wound.
2nd down and about 6 or 7. Or excuse me, 2nd down and 3.
Our white hat there, Mike Sackett, very particular about the clock operation, and I'll tell you, it took a bit of a minor miracle to get the clock going. So Mike just going to have to settle down a little bit out there.
Going to hand it up the middle, going to try to fall forward and gain maybe a half a yard. Give him a yard. 2nd or 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Cougars. It looked like Artavius Nixon on the carry.
I know for sure our clock operator is doing everything possible to perform a quality operation on the clock, as he's working a system he's never even sat before, let alone touch buttons on. So he's doing a good job. I mean,
yeah, being thrown into something that you've never done before. Right. I mean, it's
doing a great job.
Yeah.
And Mike Sackett got a little upset because 2 seconds didn't roll off the clock. Mike will be okay down there.
4 receivers set, back to pass is Peterson again, rolling out to his right. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to try and fall forward. It looked like his knee might have been down, but he will going to be a half an inch short. It's going to be 4th down and very, very little.
Luis Silva Jr. on the tackle, and tackled him, like 6 inches in time there, Steve. Otherwise, it's first down Kenosha. And Kenosha and who do we have here at quarterback? Brown. He's asking to go for it, and his wish is granted. It's 4th and short. Why not? You're at midfield here in the preseason. Let's keep the ball moving.
Yeah, my apologies to Javon Peterson and Tice Brown. Thought it was Javon, but number 6 in at quarterback, not number 5. So
okay, all right.
Number 5 sitting down here.
He'll be in the game soon.
Yeah. 4th down and a half an inch for the Cougars, and it's going to get the extra push, gain 1.5 yards, and it's going to be first down for Kenosha.
Initial surge there by the Slayers defensive line. Looked like the defense was going to hold and force the turnover on downs, and then like Steve just said, the push back by the Cougars, and just enough for the first down.
Again, the Kenosha Ball Club was able to knock off Tri-City last week in the Partyville area, 22-6 in their first game. And I believe it is the Slayers' first game of the year. They're still, they look pretty good. They got nice uniforms, just awaiting some newer ones,
yeah.
as we've seen that before.
Somebody say party, by the way? My ears perk up when that happens. So you talk Partyville. I got it. Okay.
And able to step back, and a big hit. Loss of 3 or 4 on the play. 24 on the tackle, Trevon Miller. And Miller takes an extra look here near the sidelines, and it's going to be 2nd down and long for Kenosha coming up.
Artavius Nixon on the carry there, and Nixon met that brick wall right there. Nice tackle by, you said Miller?
Trayvon Miller.
Yeah,
yep.
Nice tackle there by Miller. Able to bring him down. A couple shout-outs here as we got Jonathan, Jessica, Andrea, Andreas, Malika, and Edwin all watching the broadcast today. Thank you all for watching. And now is the best time to tell all your friends, neighbors, and strangers live sports are on Zaleski Sports. Let them know how you found us, and they can watch live free sports right along with you right now. Do it now.
Tice Brown back to pass, pressure on, 6 on the blitz, and going to fall incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd down and 15 coming up for the Cougars.
Shaq Madison put his big right paw in the way of that ball, knocked it down. Pass defensed. Way to go, Shaq.
That's one where you got to come up being Matumbo and just
not today.
Shake your finger.
I'm telling you. Now, a tag team, right? Sprinkles.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great commercial. It's relevant right now, but the best Geico commercial still Dikembe running through the grocery store and slamming a box of cereal on the ground. But that's what Shaq did there. Not today.
Chris Williams, the receiver to the near side, with Brown back to pass again. Pressure on, steps up into the pocket, breaks a tackle inside near the 50. He's going to get taken up to the 50, and
yeah, 62 here. He was in the mix earlier. Tyler Wilkins for the Cougars, and Tyler is all kinds of upset. And fortunately, he's got his offensive line mates there to calm him down because he was a fraction of a moment of an inch away from maybe even being tossed out of the game, perhaps a flag, but no flags. It's 4th down now, Steve. 4th and 6 upcoming for Kenosha.
And that's one thing that coach for Kenosha told them before the game started. If something doesn't go your way, just come off the field, relax, and just calm your actions a little bit. So 4th down and long for Kenosha.
And fortunately for Tyler Wilkins, he does not draw the penalty.
Yeah.
And that penalty would have put this punt even deeper back, but no penalty, and off we go.
Sean Avila back to punt. He did the kick for the for Kenosha.
Okay. And we've got to delay a game. So special teams here in the preseason, Steve, for both teams, need work.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that obviously you're not going to be happy with, but that's why we were talking before on these teams playing preseason games, but to work out some of the kinks before you get into your NLFL league, and more whistles on the far sidelines with 5 minutes to go.
The clock. He's trying to get the clock stopped, and now it does stop. And I think at this point the best thing to do, if again you're this clock operator who is doing a great job, is now maybe you just run the punt untimed. It's a preseason game anyway, so clock is a little bit irrelevant.
Scoreless here in the first quarter. Under 5 minutes to go already. Quick moving first quarter.
Very.
A line drive punt going to be taken at about the 28-yard line. Tries to get to the outside. Big block. Has room. Gets to the outside. Outside the numbers.
And he's
One
got
man
blockers.
to beat. And he got tripped up. Didn't see the guy on the ground there, but flag comes in. And 13 is Alec Tyler gets upended and hurt, or is
a little bit slow getting up there.
Yeah.
That was interesting, Steve. He had a caravan. He had 4 guys with him, and if he just woes up a little bit there, he may be able to get past the tackler who's got his jersey pulled up. We can't see his number on the tackle, Steve.
Yeah.
Before he made the tackle, he had already lost his lid, so he tackled him helmetless and is being congratulated coming off the field.
Yeah, it looked like he was getting blocked down there, and then he just lost his helmet, was laying on the turf, and ended up making the touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, unbeknownst to you, said Tyler?
13.
Alec Tyler,
Tyler, who's still raving, or still rolling around on the ground out there on the sidelines, looking at that left knee.
We'll get our tackler here turned around. I think 42, yeah. So 42 on the tackle for Kenosha, Kevin Taylor. So Kevin, the headless horseman out there, making a tackle. But that's what happened, right?
Yep.
He wasn't seen on the sideline by anybody, and he was in the play. Nice job. I don't know what the flag is all about, unless you can't tackle a guy without your helmet on. I don't know. It may be, right? Because we saw a couple weeks ago in high school football, leaping a player is a personal foul.
Yep.
I still don't get that. They all in the name of safety, they tell me. Let's see. We'll go back to the shout-outs here real quick. I went through them fast. Jonathan Johnson, watching from Houston, says, "Go Crazy Slayers." I like that. Jessica from Denver, Andrea from Milwaukee. Malika says, "Let's go, baby." Number 18, and I don't know. It could be Javion Moten, maybe? Javon, if I'm saying the name right.
Javon, I believe.
All right.
Javion? I don't know. Let us know.
Yeah, please. We will get these names wrong all day. Edwin, big Cougars fan. I don't know. Heltsky says, "Let's go AC." Kevin Morris, gang, and here come all the comments coming in now. Raymond Flowers cheering for Darius today, and we're still getting things scored away here. The White Hat is talking, so the penalty is on the Slayers, and it could be a bench situation over there. Maybe an official got tripped up in the bench area, and that can be a foul. But our White Hat is talking to the Kenosha bench about whatever the penalty is.
I think he had mentioned as well that it was offsetting. Something was offsetting.
So the ball is going to remain inside the 40, so it stands as a good return for Alec Taylor. Jenna cheering for Luis and the Slayers. There we go. Keep the comments coming, folks, and we'll keep talking to you. All right, we're underway again.
1st and 10 for the Slayers. Good field position to start their second drive with 4:19 to go in the opening quarter here from Kenosha Bradford. And looks like the pressure is coming from Kenosha, and now it's going to be through the hands and incomplete. Thrown to Shannon King. No, number 2 here.
Javon Peterson in on the coverage, and as Steve was looking up, that was our change from 28 to 2.
Right. Deontay Trawick.
Yeah. So, zone blitz there, and boy, preseason and in, I'm just going to say it, in amateur football, it was a pretty well executed zone blitz. You don't see that in places except for college and beyond, but we saw it right there, and it was fairly well done. It did put the Slayers back in their heels a little bit and forced an incomplete pass.
Yeah, executed pretty well for Kenosha.
Yeah.
Again, another blitz coming for the Cougars. Out to the near side, gets outside the number. It's going to be dragged down at about the 24-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there for Ryan Herron, and it's going to be the first down for the Wisconsin Slayers.
K. Dot forced him out of bounds, so I was waiting to say that name. K. Dot. Ball inside the 25 now, and that was an all-out blitz. There was no zone on the back end of it. All-out blitz. The pass came out hot, but Slayers able to get the pass completion and move the chains.
Herron and Tayshawn White line up to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side, and quarterback Jordan Williams, it looks like, in now. Back to pass. Across the middle. Has him open. And it's going to be touchdown for the Wisconsin Slayers. And it is going to be 24 yards for the Slayers on the pitch and catch. Demarius Scott on the touchdown. And it's 6-0 Slayers.
Post route, just a basic, regular route and run to perfection, though. And that's just it. You talk about all the time, Steve, you hear it. Just line up and play. Line up and run our stuff, and we'll do fine. And that's what it is. You throw the post, you line up, you run your stuff, and you beat them with simple, easy execution.
Yeah, and that's one play that during warm-ups it looked like they were on point. It was just easy pitch and catch there for the touchdown, and that's what they were doing all warm-up long, especially to Demarius Scott, the wide receiver who caught the touchdown. They were with ease during warm-ups, obviously, and then with ease here for the touchdown.
And we were about to have a 2-point conversion, and now the whistles blow as they do. We will. What do we have here? The clock maybe still running. Is that what happened, Trevor? Yeah. All right. Well, we're getting it figured out. Again, it's preseason. You know, we spend 30 seconds, big deal. No, nothing wrong with that. Let's see what we got here. Kevin telling the Slayers to run the ball. Well, you know, they passed the ball and they scored, Kevin. Ricardo watching number 20, who is Anthony Price. So Ricardo checking in on Anthony Price. And Megan cheering for number 6. Come on, Slayers. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the clock began moving again. All right, so the clock is.
I'm still looking for a.
I'm gonna hop up here. We'll help.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, the touchdown about a minute gone off the clock after the touchdown. So, again, just working through some kinks here from Kenosha Bradford and trying to get everything figured out. Again, the clock operator just thrown into it in the last second. We didn't have a countdown clock during the game or during warm-ups. We didn't have it before the game. And so it's just trying to get somebody or get it all figured out. And now that we have it figured out, Mike Sackett still talking to the sideline. So Sackett trying to explain something while we're awaiting a point after touchdown attempt. And 6-0 in favor of the Slayers here in the first quarter. Was moving pretty quickly after a nice punt return for Alec Tyler. Hopefully Alec is all right. And then a touchdown to Demarius Miller of 24 yards. 2-point conversion attempt coming up for 2-point conversion coming up for the Slayers here in the first quarter. Split backs near Peterson. Jordan Williams are going to hand it up to Fleming, and he will not make it. The 2-point conversion unsuccessful. They did not blow the whistle until Fleming, Ryan Mancheski was on the ground. 2-point conversion unsuccessful with 3:33 to go in the first quarter. I guess we'll take a quick break. Why not? We'll hear from Mid-State. Back to Kenosha right after this.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 123 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 123 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
Hewitt's Meat has been producing the highest quality meat in the area since 1939. From chicken to pork, beef to seafood, here you'll find only the best. Try our award-winning summer sausage and snack sticks, made from only the highest quality cuts, no fillers. And good luck choosing between our 34 flavors of brats. Stop by for lunch and grab a made-to-order sub, burger, or salad. And don't forget all the canned goods, salsas, pickles, pizzas, and more. All locally sourced. Hewitt's Meat in Marshfield and Tomahawk.
Welcome back to Kenosha as the Slayers take a 6-0 lead. 2-point conversion unsuccessful as big running back Ryan Mancheski, probably Chris Ford there, the running back, was trying to get in for a 2-point conversion. Unsuccessful. Nicely done by the Cougars defense, and we'll see what they can do offensively here now on their second possession, trailing 6-0. Slayers still trying to sub in the right guys to go to the right places on kickoff. So
yeah, special teams getting work on this practice game here today. Let's see who else we got here. We've got Kevin number 2 coming in the broadcast, asking Kevin number 1 why he's not playing. Good question. I want to know that answer too. And then Glennis joining the broadcast today. Thank you, Glennis, for watching.
Kick will be taken at the 20-yard line. Running up, has room, has a blocker, and is going to spin again. Number 3, Alec Plunkett. And whistle not blown until Plunkett is he's running to the sideline.
Yeah.
He was taken down, whistle blew, and then Plunkett jogs to the sideline. That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars on their next possession, trailing 6-0. 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter from Kenosha Bradford High School. Preseason week number 2 for Kenosha, number 1 for Wisconsin Slayers here in the NLFL, Northern Lights Football League here in 2021.
Yeah, with the cold breeze, it feels like Northern. Where we're at, like I said, the players they're in the best shape down there in full sun. Very nice if you were standing down in the field right now.
6-0 Slayers. See what the Cougars can do here as now an official timeout here.
Well, the clock was rolling a little bit again. Just a little.
The official that counts the play clock, who's standing over the ball now. Oh, let's see what we got here.
He's going to want it reset again, I think. He's going to come talk to the side judge over here and.
.323.
Yeah, I know.
All right, just trying to.
There we go.
We're going to get the clock reset. There we go. And the.
A wedding. Hold on. So he's at a wedding. That's why he's not playing. That is no excuse. Come on, man. Bryce Rasmussen checking in. Zaleski Sports superfan Bryce. Hey, Bryce. Love when Bryce comes on the broadcast. It's always a good time.
And hands it off up the middle. Has a full head of steam, and it's going to gain maybe 2 or 3 yards on the carry. Artavius Nixon on the carry. 28 for the Cougars, with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Yeah, Saturday afternoon, we had a whole slate of exciting football games last night. Jason was over in Neenah for Bayport and Neenah. Check out highlights of that game at Zaleski Sports during halftime of this game. And then you have Spash and Oshkosh West, and then you can go watch the full broadcast of Manitowoc and Madison later on tonight as well. Hands it off to Nixon again. He's going to get swallowed up. Big hit there by big 55 Eric Mogenberger on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd down and long coming up for the Cougars.
Yeah, and I read that again, Mogenberg. But Mogenberg has been in on a couple tackles, and one on teams play as well. He comes in from that middle linebacker spot, and that time he wrecked that run in the backfield. 3rd and long now, upcoming.
2 minutes here in the first quarter. 6-0 Slayers on a 24-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, just resting it there.
I was just looking at some comments.
Oh, yeah.
Back to pass for Brown, and has his receiver gets the first down and is going to get pushed inside the 45. And it's going to be a nice reception there by Moten, and a big 3rd down conversion with 90 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Javon had himself a catch earlier in the quarter. Now another one here, and like Steve said, good enough for a first down as we wind under a minute and a half left to play here in quarter number 1. 6-0 Slayers here as a visiting team today.
Yeah.
In this preseason game, and we'll underline that again, preseason game.
Season starts, May 1st?
Couple weeks, yeah. But this helps get us ready, though, as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get me in the mood for some Northern Lights Football League action.
Brown's going to hand it off to Nixon, try to get to the outside, get a couple of nice blocks, a couple of nice cuts. And he's going to gain about 3 on the carry.
Well, and that's just a good job there, just keeping your feet moving. You hear that all the time, right? Keep your legs moving, keep your feet moving, as we've got an injury on the field. And as we get that cleaned up, let's take a quick commercial break. Be back to Kenosha Bradford High School right after this.
Hey, it's Dean Blandino, and I'm here to tell you that Zaleski Sports is Wisconsin's hometown high school sports network. Get Wisconsin sports updates every day with Zaleski Sports. That's where I get my Wisconsin sports updates. And listen, while we're here, all right, I'll admit it. Dez caught it, but the Packers won. The end.
Welcome back to Kenosha. Ryan Kish, the injured Cougar, on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and about 7 with 46 seconds to go in the quarter, as the Cougars will have the football at the 41-yard line.
Say a big thanks to JCS Construction. JCS Construction, since its founding in 1989, been helping the area, and we'll go through some of the things that founder Jonathan Schack has done. Worked with hundreds of projects throughout the Chicagoland and the Midwest. We'll give you some more information about JCS Construction right after this play.
25 seconds left. Snap over his head. Going to try and track it down as Brown, and he's going to, but he's going to lose about 20 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a mile coming up for the Cougars.
JCS Construction has forged their solid reputation year after year by consistently building outstanding developments and construction projects. JCS Construction approaches their 4th decade in business, and that recognition from peers is the foundation of every partnership that JCS Construction undertakes. Contact JCS Construction at 708-393-4189, or just do what I did. Type into Google JCS Construction.
1 quarter in the books here from Kenosha Bradford High School. It's the Slayers 6, and it is the Cougars nothing. 3rd down and a mile coming up when we get back to Kenosha Bradford High School.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Welcome back to Kenosha Bradford High School at Mary Bradford Stadium here in Kenosha, as it's about 3rd down and a mile coming up for the Cougars. Back to pass, 3-man pressure, and it's going to be thrown into the sidelines and incomplete. 4th down coming up for Kenosha.
Well, that was a long ways to go. I don't know. Did you call it out, Steve? I don't know. 30 yards, 4th and 30.
Yeah, might be
like that. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Boy, oh boy! I've been on fire all day.
You've been doing really well today.
Yeah. It'll end soon, though. So just enjoy it while it's here, is what I tell myself. Yeah. So more practice for special teams. We can see, Steve. And I was on the sidelines during the pregame, and that's what most of the talk was about. Some of these guys, unlike an NFL team, you're not at practice for 18 hours a day. You may be at practice for 18 minutes a week, and a lot of these instructions are you line up here, you line up here, and it was all about special teams.
Avila, beautiful punt, high punt, going to bounce at the 34-yard line. Slayers are going to let it roll, and that's where it's going to be down there by the Cougars. 1st and 10 coming up for the Slayers.
Yeah, and that's that's the right idea there, especially in this preseason, this practice game. You get that punt, you see it coming down, and as a punt returner, it gives you a chance to kind of work on your timing a little bit, and you got a 6-0 lead. Yeah. So you'll take the ball here to start the second quarter, and maybe increase that lead a little bit.
14:36 left as 2 plays on their last drive. 1 play? 2 plays. A handful of them for their 24-yard touchdown pass with 1st and 10 coming up for the Slayers at their own 23-yard line.
Continue that thought on the punt, too. The other thing you tell teams on the punt return is once the ball hits the ground, just get away, because then there's nothing but bad that can happen.
Hand it off on the jet sweep, try to bounce to the outside. He does so, and then cuts back in, and he's going to be stood up and driven back all the way back near the 20-yard line, and play to the whistle. That's what they did. Lawrence Pollard on the carry for number 9 for the Slayers.
Give a shout out there to number 12, Gabriel Robinson for Kenosha. He got flattened out there on the edge defensively, and he popped right back up, and he made the tackle. So a big shout out there. He could have just laid there and been defeated, been embarrassed, because he's there right in front of the Slayers bench, and he popped right back up and made the tackle. Nice job, Mr. Robinson.
2nd down and 10. No gain, no loss on the play. Looks like he might have lost a couple yards, but forward progress is given. 2 receivers near, too far. Shotgun with a running back to his left. That's what, we see that in all the NLFL games that we saw last year. A lot of 4 wide shotguns.
Yep.
Back to pass. Pressure is on. Able to get out of the sack, but not the second time. Ball's on the ground, and the whistle blown. The Cougars have
what's
it,
the
but
call
they're
here, though? They say down. The line judge on the other side is saying down right away. Initial pressure there put on by Marcus Arndt, and then cleaned up by Cougar teammates.
Jordan Williams was able to step up in the pocket and break through a tackle, and then fumbled, but they said that he was down.
Yeah, and here's what I say. The Cougars bench a little upset about that. They thought that should have been a fumble. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. It was ruled no, and it's a preseason game, so your defense gets to learn on 2nd and 10. So you got to see it that way, I think. I do.
3rd and 11.
I also don't have the pressure of a coach on the sideline. trying to do a good job out there for his team. I understand it, but let your defense get some work anyway.
Jordan Williams back to pass again. Across the middle, and it's going to be caught. Breaks a tackle, and he is going to go to the house. That is a touchdown for the Slayers. Beautifully done for
number 8 is what I see out there. Let's see if we can see Yeah, I thought we'd see the gritty come out here today. We always do at these games. Well, wouldn't you know it, Steve?
There was an 8 on here, and they crossed it out for 16 for Darius Nance Tate.
Well, son of a gun. If somebody out there knows who number 8 is, let us know. That was a very fine job there on the pass reception and the touchdown for the Slayers. Like I said, Steve, back to that punt. Yeah. Once that ball hits the ground, a punt return, just get away, let it go, let your offense on the field, see if they can go score. And in this case, they did.
Yeah, and that was another post route, able to get by the defender, and then broke a tackle, is able to keep his balance, and then go and score for the Slayers on a 3rd down and 11 back to, what was it, 24, 23-yard line, and he goes the rest of the way for the Wisconsin Slayers. They lead 12-0.
I think Mo online is telling us that Shaq Russell is number 8, and Mo, if you can just confirm what I'm saying to you, that would be a big help.
Quick
Otherwise,
pass.
He's talking about something else.
Wide receiver screen, and he's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. 12:34 to go here in the second quarter. It is the Wisconsin Slayers 14, the Kenosha Cougars nothing.
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
Shaq Russell goes 77 yards on the touchdown from Jordan Williams, and they increase their lead now up 14-0 here in the second quarter. And the Slayers will kick it off from right to left back to the Cougars. And it's going to be bounced at the 25, kind of just die there, and going to be picked up by Robinson. Gets to the outside, run over a defender, and more extracurriculars afterwards. 18 Moten on the...
And they're still chirping down their sideline. And, we got some pushing, some shoving. We knew it was going to happen, Steve, and we got it now. And now everybody's hopping mad out there. We got Alex Plunkett jumping out of his shoes. And teams just need to separate. Let's play some football, boys.
Yeah, and that's especially if you're the Slayers, that's not one place on the field that you want to be. Don't want to just you don't want to start a tussle on the opposing team's sideline, and now coach is trying to calm them all down.
And during a preseason game,
yeah.
let's just get back and or we got to toss some guys out of here.
Yep, absolutely.
One or the other, because this has already gone on too long. And nice job there. So again, I do give shout outs when they're due. Jay Smith from the Cougars telling these guys to settle down. Let's get back. And Jay is right. Let's get back to football. That's why we all came here today. I did anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a UFC fight tonight, and that's what that's for. This is for football.
Yeah.
That's
now Maurice Robinson as well, number 83 for the Cougars, telling his guys come over near him, and he's going to have a preemptive
let's have a little pep talk with the guys.
A little team meeting here.
Team meeting, that's a better word for it. As they're meeting, Danica is watching online. Samantha checking in. Robin, I don't think I've said Robin's name. Thanks, Robin, for watching the broadcast today. And I think I said Malika, but Malika, again, here to watch number 18 ball out today. And I don't know, though, if it's for which squad, but go 18 anyway.
I don't think there's an 18 for...
Malika, I can be your 18. 12:28 left in the first half, and we've got a quarterback change for Kenosha.
Vic Petrick in at quarterback for the Cougars. Long flowing hair out of the back of his... big hit on Petrick, and he kept it on the option to the running back, and he paid for it mightily on the read.
Kind of a one-trick pony there. He came in and gets sacked, and he heads right out. He may come back in. He's checking. Oh, he is. He's coming back in right now.
Just getting the play.
That's right.
With 12:05 to go. Second down and 15 for the Cougars.
Cougars, by the way, team meeting has adjourned here on the bench. And thankfully, everybody walks away pretty calm. There's nothing to be excited about, and that's now got to be a distant memory.
Second down and 15. Too near, too far. Running back flank to Petrick's right-hand side. See what Vic can do here on second and 15. Left-handed quarterback. Pressure's on, and he is going to get sacked. The ball's on the ground. They're going to say Petrick was down. And now it's going to be third down and
a while.
30.
Long ways.
Yep. Back to the third down and 30 as Petrick is hurt on the sack. And
so they may just had the wind knocked out of him or something similar to that in the midsection. Yeah, I think he'll be all right. Well, he will be fine.
Yeah.
What I saw there, Steve, is he's getting worked on over there, and he's going to be up. He's already up on his feet. I said he'd be fine. But what the Slayers did there, they went with press coverage all the way across the board, and then the rush got home right away in back-to-back sacks. As you said, Petrick.
Vic Petrick.
Petrick, yeah, being helped off field here, and we wish him all the best. Hope he gets back on the field soon. Looks to me like he twisted an ankle, and hopefully he's ready for the regular season. But for this game, probably not coming back in.
Tice Brown back into the game here at quarterback. Third down and another 30 yards to go, just like their last possession. And all the momentum heading to the Wisconsin Slayers here in the last handful of minutes.
Yeah, Slayers got all the juice right now, but Cougars looking to get in the game here.
Quick wide receiver screen and
ripped
nothing
down.
to do.
Number 7 there on the tackle. If Steve's got
Shaq Madison.
There you go. We've said Shaq's name a couple times today.
85 on the reception, and fourth down coming up for the Cougars again.
So Cougars punt team coming back out, and the ball is cast aside as if the ball is the problem here. Megan watching online. Thanks, Megan, for enjoying the broadcast today.
As you see Vic gingerly walking over to the sidelines, but good to see him. He was helped off the field with no pressure being able to be put on his leg, and then he was able to
he's under all his own weight now.
Yep.
But he's going to be – he'll need to get some ice on there. He's going to wake up tomorrow. It is going to be sore. It is going to be stiff and sore tomorrow, no matter what he does with it. And what do we got here? Timeout Kenosha. So, again, more trouble with teams for both teams. And, again, that's going to be expected. I got into that story just a little bit earlier, but as I was on the field for pregame warm-ups for both teams, both coaches – it looked like offense and defense was decided, but both coaches going and telling guys one by one, all right, you're playing here on kickoff. And when we call kick left, you do this. Kick right. I mean, we were doing special teams practice in the pregame.
Yep.
And no surprise here that teams look a little bit disorganized, but that's why we have these preseason games, to get everything ready for the start of the regular season on May 1st.
10-12 to go in the first half as Avila will be back to punt it away for the Cougars. Good snap. Pressure is on. Another line drive punt, and it's going to trickle out of bounds near the 41 or 42-yard line for the Slayers. They'll give them the 42 for Wisconsin.
Yeah, the Slayers have had a couple long drives and aided by some long plays. This will not be that as they start in Cougar territory. And they'll have kind of their pick of the litter here with 9:59 left to play in the first half. And, kind of be able to, depending on what they've worked on in practice so far, but this is for a coach, this is a real juicy situation here. You start in opponent territory, and you're going to do some things in your playbook. I'm interested to see what the Slayers got right now, because this will kind of tell you about the creativity offensively for the Slayers and what they have in mind when they get normally this is a sudden change. Like a turnover can put you in this situation. But the punt is really the similar thing to a sudden change. And oftentimes when you do, you throw a long one right away. We'll see what the Slayers do here.
As three receivers to the near side, just trying to get the big guy's helmet. Michael Schwann all snapped up, but have the big receiver Demarius Scott lined up to the far side, not knowing what the play is.
Well, or he's kind of juking him out right away.
Back to pass is Jacob Williams heading to the far sidelines, and it is through the hands and incomplete to Alec Tyler. Good to see Alec back out there after he took one to the knee on a punt return.
Should have been caught, though, Alec. He's got the shiny shoes. You got to have the shiny hands to pull that one in. But that's what I talked about, Steve, and that told me the Slayers kind of have it together here because on that sudden change, they do throw it deep. But ball that should have been caught wasn't, and 2nd and 10.
Yeah, wheel route that, again, you see a lot that they do during warm-ups and translates right into the game, and that's they did a lot of that during the warm-ups as well. And back to the 4-receiver set with 3 to the near, 1 to the far with Deontay Trawick, the running back, to Jacob Williams' right-hand side. Back to pass again. Quick wide receiver screen going to be caught at the 42-yard line. Trying to get to the outside and going to be pushed out of bounds. And it's going to be a gain of a couple to Tayshawn White on the reception.
Slayers might have got away with one there, and I think the bench is asking right now. They had too many men on the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what the coach is saying down there. But, again, preseason, practice. You're 3rd and short, so get your 3rd and short defense ready and stop worrying about the refs. That's my advice right now. Get your defense. So let's see here. David watching. David, thanks for saying it's awesome. We think you're awesome, too. And Bryce's sweetie, Kristen, watching the game with him. Thanks, Kristen, for coming on again. I like it.
3rd down and about 2 or 3 for the Slayers with the receiver to the near side, 3 to the far side. And Jacob Williams in at quarterback. 2-step drop, looking for his receiver, and that's going to be incomplete. Good little bump coverage off the line, getting the timing of that route off, and it's going to be 4th down coming up for the Slayers.
It was Aaron Valdoris on the pass coverage, Aaron. You're right, Steve. That threw the whole timing off. Just a little bump, a few yards off the line of scrimmage. And I'm not sure if he was even going to be eligible to catch that, as White may have stepped out of bounds anyway. Pass overthrown, and offense stays on the field. So now you have that favorable field position. You've done 7 yards with it, and that brings up 4th down.
4th and 3 as Jordan Williams gets the play call in from the sidelines and back to the trips to one side, and White back to the near side as the wide receiver. Jordan Williams with his hands on his hips in shotgun formation, just waiting for the play to be ready. Timeout was not given, and across the middle, and Tayshawn White another catch and another 1st down inside the 25-yard line. And it's going to be 1st down coming up for the Slayers.
Yeah, Tayshawn White ran the skinny post that time and beat his man in coverage. That again was Valdoris, and that time beat Valdoris, and enough for the 1st down for the Slayers.
Yeah, and the coach along the sidelines trying to get a timeout called before the play.
On the Kenosha side?
On the
Slayers
Wisconsin side.
Well, good thing, and that may be Rick over there, and good thing Rick was not noticed. That turns into a 1st down, and you're glad to have the timeout in your pocket.
1st and 10 from the 17-yard line for the Slayers, and they are marching again. Jordan Williams back in the shotgun. Quick pass again. Wide receiver screen through the hands of Scott and incomplete. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10 coming up. Big hit put on by Peterson.
Yep, that's right, Steve. A little bubble screen there coming back. The pass was a little bit high. It was catchable. A little bit high anyway, and like you said, incomplete.
2nd and 10 coming up for the Slayers with 7:21 to go. Here from Kenosha Bradford High School, Lucas Holheisel, Trevor Zaleski, Jason Zaleski, Steve Maves here in Kenosha, bringing you NLFL preseason football.
Hi, I'm Jason. And looking at Josiah watching number 6 playing today, and Ricardo cheering for number 20, Anthony Price, and Marines in the house. Hoorah!
That's what I mean. We saw that a lot during the games last year. For the Northern Lights games, a lot of people watching, a lot of good comments, a lot of people cheering on their teams, and that's what we appreciate.
Yeah, you bet. Aviana says, let's go baby number 85. So big 85 in the house.
Can you tell us who 85 is?
Yeah, we'd like to know. We don't have an 85 on our roster, but if you know who it is, we'll be happy to say it. And I think we've got a timeout Kenosha. We haven't had it signal yet which way it was called. It looks like Kenosha, though, called the timeout. If it is, I think they may be their last. They've used at least 2, but maybe the last one there. But we still haven't been signaled which way the timeout is. And maybe I think it was Kenosha's timeout.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep. Yeah, the official
We
pointed
roll on
that way
Did he?
now. So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Yep.
It's Mike Sackett, likely watching the broadcast there down on the field, is our white hat official watching today's broadcast. And again, thank you all for watching as the audience continues to grow. And I'll remind everybody one more time, now is the best time to let your friends, neighbors, and strangers know how you found us. And you found us, and you're enjoying live free sports. And let everybody else know how they can watch along too, and maybe they're cheering for 85 as well, or they would want to. So let them know as Tracy comes out and she's watching the Slayers and gives a shout out to her son, number 45, Drake Ombrock. All right, Tracy, thanks for watching. And Ricardo gives 3 rounds of applause for us up here in the broadcast booth. Thank you, Ricardo. It's very nice to hear and see.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good not validation. Yeah, I guess good validation.
Yeah, it's
knowing
just nice
people
to be
are
thanked.
Yeah.
It's just nice.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yep.
We don't need it. We don't ask for it, but when we do get it, it's nice to have that happen. So what do we got here, Steve? It's a 3rd and 7?
7 or 8.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe
about
8.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Coming up for the Slayers. They've converted on a couple of nice third downs this afternoon so far. Now marching into early evening.
Yeah, the shadows growing long on the track. That's what I'm keeping an eye on. We had no shadows to start the quarter. Now we're lanes 8, 7, and 6 are covered in shadow, so it's going to get colder as we go.
Jordan Williams in at quarterback with Trawick standing behind him. With the green 19 calls being yelled out, it looks like the Cougars are going to bring the pressure, and they do across the middle again, and that one's going to fall short. An incomplete. A flag comes in, and Sackett is pointing at, after 45,
Yeah.
Trell Walton was jumping up and down.
I don't know if in anger or excitement. We don't know that yet. The flag was near where he was. The umpire there is saying the pass was deflected and the holding is called, so 45 there. Trell Walton was jumping in exuberance because the flag was on the Slayers. It's 4th down, though, without the penalty, but they're going to back him up and replay 3rd down.
3rd down and now 18 or so. 10-yard penalty as the Slayers will march it back to the 28-yard line.
It's probably the right call there. Otherwise, it's 4th and 8, and much more achievable 4th and 8 is than 3rd and 18. You make a good stop here on 3rd down, and then maybe it's 4th and 18, or at least less. We'll see here. The math will play out, but Cougars coaching staff hoping for, after this play, more than 4th and 8.
Alec Tyler lines up to the near side, slowly making his way to his wide receiver spot.
Well, he's just checking out what's going on.
35, Chris Ford in at running back, or a flanker. They're moving everybody around. So are the Cougars defensively. Pressure going to be put on again by Kenosha. Back to pass is Williams. Throws it up there. The defender fell down. Just led his receiver too far. Had a touchdown in his grasp. And it is incomplete.
Valdorez,
on the...
He's had his name called a few times here as of late. And that time slipped. I didn't see a move there. That was just a straight go route. And now Valdorez now having a nice time talking to the Slayers on the sidelines on the other side.
Friendly conversation it looked like that time.
Yep. That's good to see, too. So, Cougars coaching staff able to get the benefit of the holding call and now reap the rewards of it as it's now 4th and 18.
And Jordan Williams heading back to the huddle with 5:20 and counting.
On the incomplete pass. Well,
it happens.
Yeah. Well, everybody's doing their best.
Yep, absolutely. 5:10 to go. 14-0 Slayers as the official is starting to count. Closing in on a delay game and couldn't quite get it off in time. It looks like
Coach Hanna may be granted the timeout here, and no.
Nope.
Almost missed it by a half a second. But I think he's okay. So there's a flag. There was a call made by our white hat, and will the call be changed? Yes,
Yep.
it is a timeout. Slayers. Well, how about a commercial?
Sounds good.
Okay.
We'll be back to Kenosha after this.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
I'm back, Steve. All right, back here to Kenosha Bradford and a 4th and long upcoming. You see Durango's The Pizza King Restaurant and Sports Bar in Kenosha. Give them a call right now, by the way. It's snack time. 262-658-8450. That's 262-658-8450 for Durango's Pizza King, the restaurant and sports bar in Kenosha.
4th down and 18 coming up for the Slayers. Couple in motion, back to pass is Jordan Williams. Pressure's on, steps up, he's going to be eaten up, and a huge sack for the defense for the Cougars. They'll get the ball back on turnover on downs, and it's going to be back to Kenosha on the sack.
Yeah, again, one more time, we'll tell you about Durango's The Pizza King. Again, Durango's Restaurant and Sports Bar in Kenosha. They're on 31st Street, as a matter of fact, in Kenosha. Durango's The Pizza King Restaurant and Sports Bar. Give them a call right now at 262-658-8450. That's 262-658-8450. Durango's The Pizza King. We had some pizza last night, and next time I'm in Kenosha, it's on me. We're going to Durango's.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pizza's always a good snack to have.
Dang right.
14-0 Cougars trailing here in the first half. See what Tice Brown can do here with the last 4 minutes and 10 seconds in the second quarter. 4 receivers too near, too far again for the Cougars. Back to pass across the middle, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, threw into essentially what turned into triple coverage as the linebackers had dropped back there, and the pass incomplete. Let's see, we got some catch up to do here. Daquan, like my shiny shoes comment. I'm saying, you're going to wear shoes like that, catch the ball, man. Let's see here. Sean Avia is a shout out to Sean from Avia Chavez. Barbara watching. Chris Ford. Put Chris Ford in. Mama wants to see Chris make a move. So do I. Let's get Chris in the game.
Yeah, Chris was in on the 2-point conversion attempt that he came up about a yard short, but
intended receiver there, right?
On the
run.
On the run.
Got
yeah.
it.
As Tice Brown ball's on the ground, and it's going to be 3rd down and long coming up again. No gain on the play. 3:35 and counting here in the first half.
Heltsky wants to know where is Rayshawn and why isn't he playing? I don't know. Did Rayshawn go to practice this week? I know when I was playing, no practice, no play.
Which team does Rayshawn play for?
I don't know. And that could be the reason why we don't see Rayshawn. He may not play for either team. That could be one reason.
3rd down and 10 coming up for the Cougars. The blitz is on, pressure is up, and Brown's going to be able to fall near the 40-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 5 coming up. As looks like somebody's towel or belt or sock, something came off. 4th down and 5 coming up with under 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Yep, almost halftime here in Kenosha. And our white hat, Mike Sackett, examining the clock, now tells him to wind it up. There it goes. Clock is wound. Mike, it's going. It won't go any faster than 1 second at a time, though. I will guarantee you that. He's on the Slayers, so okay. It's Rayshawn on the Slayers. All right, well, we'll keep an eye out for him.
Sean Avia back to punt again for the Cougars. And
nice punt.
Yeah, nicely done again. He'll be taken at the 30-yard line again by Alec, and he's going to get tripped up near the 50-yard line. Alec Tyler on the return again.
And whistles blow. The clock stops. It does. Everybody's okay.
2:18 to go. 14-0. Slayers on top.
Kevin and Heltsky says, "Oh, he's definitely at the practices." Okay, well, good. Well, we'll see if he gets in the game. I have nothing to do with that. I was just saying from my experience. No practice, no play. But, yeah, we got it now. And Melissa cheering for 99 for the Cougars.
Tony Smith.
Tony Smith. Tony Smith on the field right now, as a matter of fact, at left defensive end.
The one Rayshawn I got is Rayshawn Herron, running back number 4. So,
and a holding on the punt return. That'll back this business up a little bit. The Slayers don't care about that, though. They've moved the ball effectively here throughout the first half. And they may just say, hey, we just extra elbow room now. We got to move back 10 yards. No big deal.
1st and 10 coming up as now more whistles here.
Well, because our clock started again.
As he blew the whistle, he wound his arm, and then the whistles blew again.
Well, and the arm wind is for the play clock.
Yeah.
Not the game clock. And there's everybody's learning here in this game. Brett, thanks for the broadcast. Thank you, Brett, for watching. That's what makes a broadcast happen. Otherwise, it's just 4 of us here sitting and talking to ourselves. So, which we may still do anyway sometimes. But I'm glad you are watching tonight. Javon cheering for Cole Peterson of the Cougars. All right. Oh, boy. Okay, officials are going to talk one more time. Side judge turns there to number 1, Cole Peterson. I just said Cole Peterson, didn't I? Yeah. Javon, your boy Cole's getting yelled at by the official there. He says, too much yapping, number 1. So settle it down. Well, and being on that sideline as one of the officials is a precarious place to be on a football field because on every play, there is a penalty you didn't call. Every play. It's like in baseball, right? Every ball's a strike, every strike's a ball. Every pitch you throw was wrong. The umpire made the wrong call, depending on what side you're on.
Yep.
It's just, it's kind of just part of sports, I suppose. But
especially when things haven't been going your way for the Cougars.
Well,
and
that can affect it. That can lead into it. But I believe that's what our white hat Mike Sackett is talking about right now. That the sidelines have got to calm down here. Because this game has come to a grinding halt with just over 2 minutes left before halftime, based on whatever they're talking about down there.
And there was a holding penalty, right? And they already stepped those yards off.
I think so. You're right. We are still waiting for the first play of this drive to happen. And now they are. Now Mike is saying, okay, we got to bring the ball back here to the 34, not the 44, I think is what he's saying. He's going to go over now and talk to Coach Hanna, have what should be a repeat conversation.
And that's what it looks like. The Slayers are starting to back up to where the drive should start. And so 2:04 left here in the second quarter, and just getting an explanation for the Wisconsin Slayers. 14-0 Slayers on a couple of big pass plays. But other than that, it's been a defensive battle and some mistakes by both sides. But it is the Cougars who find themselves down 14-0 here from beautiful Kenosha Bradford High School.
Yeah, on a bright sunny day here in far southeastern Wisconsin. We accidentally tripped over the Wisconsin-Illinois state border on our way here. That's how close we are. And, a very nice day for the middle of April. I was reminded, the Facebook will tell you what happened, 50 years ago every day. It tells you what you did, how many years ago. And apparently there was 3 years ago, there was a huge snowstorm. And all these pictures started coming back on Facebook about the snow. I don't think they had it here in Kenosha. Maybe they did. But where we are at in central Wisconsin, it was like 20 inches over the course of 36 hours. It was hideous. Yeah. All right, whistles. And guess what? We're going to play football.
1st and 10 for the Slayers from their own 30-yard line with under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Jordan Williams in at quarterback. A new quarterback in, and with bad results for the Slayers.
Yeah.
Just find you number 6 here, Antonio Fontaines on the in at quarterback.
2-minute warning here, so we will step aside as the 2-minute warning is upon us. Back for the final 1:39 of the first half, right after this. Mute it. Ball worked around. Higher launches a 3. Got it.
So a good win for Mosinee tonight.
Ty Pankratz picks it. Simone at first in time. And the Stratford Tigers are state champions.
The Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals are your Division 5 state champions.
Jamal Williams, Jay Slag Daddy, first Slag Kazakage, letting y'all know, running back from the Green Bay Packers, that I am in the house.
At Superior High School, where we have a beautiful facility, artificial turf. This ballpark, relatively new, built.
You belong in your home.
I'm in the house.
Today's broadcast for the Eau Claire North Huskies, number 2, averaging 22.2 points per game. 3:22 into the game, and we see Whitewater's Ken Larson make his way in for the touchdown. And we have with us former Amherst Falcon, former Wisconsin Badger, Tyler Biadic. Tyler, thanks for joining us.
Second down and about 13 coming up for the Slayers as Fontaines is going to roll out to his right looking for a receiver. Caught by Scott, and he is going to step out of bounds. Clock stops with 1:04 remaining. As John continues on the far sidelines.
Scott thought he was kind of ripped down by his upper extremities there, and sometimes in the game of football, you tackle a guy however you can, and there was no face mask there, but that's what that discussion was about. And now we do have an injury on the far side. We've got a Cougar down, and now the Cougar's up and rambling around, and that is
Valdoris.
Aaron Valdoris.
Yeah. Skipping across the field. No shoe on.
Yeah, well, that's part of the problem. Part of the issue with Mr. Valdoris is he's only got one wheel tied on.
Third down and about 4 coming up for the Slayers. With 1:04 remaining and counting. As Fontaines is in the shotgun, going to roll out to his right and have nowhere to go. Eaten up there by 32, DJ Carter. Another sack for DJ.
Yeah, very nice rush off the edge there for Carter. Coach Hanna's going to call the timeout. And he calls the timeout. 4th down upcoming. You would expect a punt here with 40 seconds, but Coach Hanna's going to call the timeout and come out and talk to the troops here just a bit.
It's going to be 4th down and 13 coming up for the Slayers. And again, we'll have more NLFL football for you next Saturday from Columbus Catholic High School in Marshfield, as it's the Marshfield Bandits and the Sheboygan Sabercats coming up from Sheboygan.
Seems like we saw the Saber. Oh, that was the Minnesota Sabercats last year, though. Different team, I believe. Minnesota, Sheboygan, not near each other. Yeah. But, and I just thought of this, too. I'd mentioned some of the special teams issues that both teams were having. Likely what Coach Hanna's doing here is using, you can't take the timeouts with you. So you use it, you come out here, and you coach up your special teams a little bit. because you want to take the opportunities here in these practice games, preseason games. Years ago, they called them exhibition games.
Yep.
But either way, yeah, you call the timeout here, which is a smart move. Get out there, get your guys in the right spots, and we'll see what they do on the punt. It looks like the timeout has expired, or should have by now anyway.
4th down and 13 coming up.
Deshaun Goodwin, Northern Lights champion MVP in the chat. Hey, Deshaun. I think we saw Deshaun in Fall Creek. As if it's the same Deshaun I'm thinking of, if he's telling us the truth, is Brown County Blackjacks reigning champs and Deshaun reigning MVP coming in to watch football here today.
4th and long coming as a free play coming up as they will blow the whistle on the play.
So I was completely wrong about what Coach Hanna was in that timeout for. He called that timeout, kept his offense on the field. He wanted to get that free play. He said hard count and snap right away. But contact was made along the offensive line, so the play is dead as the defensive line contacted the offensive lineman. So play is dead, and they move it up 5 yards.
4th and 8-ish coming up with 35 seconds to go.
Yeah, good plan. You just can't account for the defensive lineman touching your player. Otherwise, that would have worked out.
Yep.
But offense stays on the field, though. It's precarious here. I mean, Cougars haven't had much going. You don't convert this, you're going to give the Cougars the ball with maybe about 30 seconds left in favorable field position. So this is interesting here, Steve.
Fontaines with 4 receivers. And back to pass again, rolling out to his right and looking for Tyler, and he gets behind the defense. Alec Tyler with 2 men to beat, and he is going to break a tackle, and he will go the distance. Touchdown, Slayers.
Well, that's how you do it on 4th down. Wow. Wow, huh?
Throw it up to Alec Taylor and let him make a play, and the Slayers do so again with 11 seconds to go in the first half. And
Demarius Scott. So who had the touchdown there?
That was Alec.
Yeah, Alec Tyler. Alec Tyler with the touchdown. And I'll tell you right now, Demarius Scott owes him a beer or a cheeseburger or a something, because it was number 81 with his hand in the air, Demarius Scott, the whole way down, missing a block that it should have been, Tyler should have been tackled, but he was able to avoid one. But, yeah, Scott there kind of showing off a little bit instead of making a block, and you owe your buddy something. A burger, something.
Yeah, able to do it again are the Slayers on this time a 4th and long. The last time it was 3rd and long. And Fontaines showing off his arm, rolling out to his left, and lefty quarterback being able to convert.
DeQuan says it's the shoes. Yeah, well, I mean, the shiny shoes worked that time as he was able to get all the way down. Big 4th down conversion. Man, what a call by the Slayers.
Helps out with the offsides penalty before, and the 2-point conversion is behind his receiver and incomplete.
Does he normally throw left-handed, Steve?
I don't know.
I don't think he does. He threw that one left-handed. So that may have been why it was behind the receiver. No doubt about it. I see Connor watching Chad. Malika says that's embarrassing. Yeah.
Preseason games.
Preseason game. As they come off the field, Gabriel Robinson, who's played a nice game. Yeah. You see him on the sideline here on your screen, out of bounds at the 20. You can see there, he's not happy. He's not happy with the way things have gone. And the Cougars will need to regroup here at the half, but Robinson does not want to be talked to right now.
As an official comes and retrieves his helmet.
Nice of him to do that.
Yeah.
Because throwing your equipment on the field could result in other things later in the season. I think I understand his frustration, though. I've been there. Tough. This is not the way you wanted the day to work out so far. Good news for Mr. Robinson, though. You've got a whole second half, though, to get it right.
Yep.
And this is not lost yet. It's 20-0. It doesn't appear good, but it's not done.
Yeah, we've seen crazier things. We've seen a lot. And
yeah, it's not even halftime yet.
Yeah, exactly. 11 seconds left. Kickoff coming up, high and over end kick, taken at the 20-yard line for the Cougars. Cuts back to the near side, tries to get a block and he is going to run into his own player. Going to be stood up, push back, and that will end our first half. A flag comes in late as Alex Plunkett again in the middle of everything as the first half will end here 20-0 in favor of the Slayers. We're going to take a break, come back, get you ready for half number 2 here from Kenosha Bradford. Back with more NLFL preseason football after this.
Ball worked around. Higher launches a three. Got it.
So a good win for Mosinee tonight.
Ty Pankratz picks it. Simone at first in time. And the Stratford Tigers are state champions.
The Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals are your Division V state champions.
Lamar Williams, Jay Slag Daddy, first Slag Kazakage, letting y'all know, running back from Green Bay Packers, that I am in the house.
At Superior High School, where we have a beautiful facility, artificial turf. This ballpark, relatively new, built.
You belong in your home.
I'm in the house.
Today's broadcast for the Eau Claire North Huskies, number 2, averaging 22.2 points per game. 3:22 into the game, and we see Whitewater's Ken Larson make his way in for the touchdown. And we have with us former Amherst Falcon, former Wisconsin Badger, Tyler Biadic. Tyler, thanks for joining us.
Welcome back to Kenosha Bradford High School. We get you ready for half number 2 here for this NLFL preseason matchup between the Kenosha Cougars and the Wisconsin Slayers. Slayers with 3 big passing touchdowns in the first half to take a 20-0 lead, including a 3rd and 11 and a 4th and 8. More than 70 yards on both of those touchdowns as the Cougars trailed 20-0 here. They beat Tri-City Bulldogs last week 22-6. So we'll see what the Cougars can come out and do here in the second half. They get the ball to start the second half here from Kenosha Bradford High School.
Second half brought to you by Baker Street Restaurant and Pub. Good news, everybody. Baker Street Restaurant and Pub reopening on Saturday, April 24th. So just a few days. Baker Street Restaurant and Pub in Kenosha back open and ready for business. And you've got Mother's Day reservations. Give Baker Street Restaurant and Pub a call, 262-620-1441. That's 262-620-1441. Again, Baker Street Restaurant and Pub reopening on the 24th and taking Mother's Day reservations today. Baker Street Restaurant and Pub of Kenosha.
Right around the corner is Mother's Day, isn't it?
That's what they're saying, yeah.
Well, and especially, I mean, a place that's just reopening, they're probably going to have quite a few large crowds. So get your spot when you can. And the kickoff to start the second half is going to be taken at the 15-yard line. A full head of steam trips up, and he's going to fall near the 40-yard line. Good return by Chris Williams. And the Cougars will start there, 1st and 10 from about the 39 for Kenosha.
Cougars had some serious talks there during the halftime break. Some guys leveling with each other on the sideline. So they start here in favorable position. You start at your own 40-yard line or 39, where it's going to be. There is nothing wrong with that at all. And now is the time to put the words into action from halftime. Now to start things here in the third quarter.
Tice Brown back in at quarterback. Haven't seen Vic Petrick since he got hurt on that injury. So we'll see what Tice Brown and the Cougars can do here. 1st and 10. Pretty good field position to start the second half at the 40-yard line for the Kenosha Ball Club in their blue and gold uniforms, and the Slayers in white and Cardinal red. And a start to the second half not ideal for the Cougars, as the big 92 on the stop. 92 Carlos Rattler on the tackle. Second down and about 12 coming up here in the third quarter, as Brown with 4 receivers set back up again for the Cougars.
And Will watching on the broadcast. Thanks, Will, for joining.
Tice Brown, pressure on. He's going to try and step up, throw, and it's going to be through the hands of the defender, number 20 for the Slayers.
Yeah, we'll take a peek here. I thought I saw a 20 earlier, but now as we look again. All right, so we'll put a call out. Everybody's been very helpful so far. So
Yeah.
if you know who 20 is, let us know, and we'll give a nice shout out there to number 20. And we'll also say, probably should have caught that ball too.
I could have had a possible pick six on the start the second half. 20-0. Slayers on top, trips to the near side, receiver to the far side. Tice Brown in shotgun formation.
Big down here for Kenosha. Looking for something to go their way. They can make it happen here.
And not doing that. Tice Brown all the way back to the 20-yard line. A huge loss on the sack. And it's going to be 4th down and another long way to go for the Cougars back to the 20-yard line. Another 4th and 30 coming up.
Yeah, 4th and a long ways as Brown has had a tough time finding time in the pocket. It's a 3-step drop that has resulted in negative yardage one time too many. And the Cougars will punt. Slayers, as Steve said, up by 20, will get the ball here early in the third quarter.
Sean Avila back to punt again for Kenosha. See if we can get you a number here, standing at his 43-yard line. Fourth and a long way to go. Good snap. Took a couple steps and let it fly. Good punt. Bounced near the 40-yard line. Going to be picked up near the 38 and break a tackle. And he's going to start this drive inside Cougar territory and then break another tackle with blockers in front of him up to the 30-yard line inside the 20. And he's going to break another tackle inside the 15. And the ball is on the ground. It looks like the Slayers fell on top of it. But another huge punt return for the Wisconsin Slayers. And they're going to have it 1st and 10 inside the 15 for their opening possession here in the second half.
Well, and on the punt team there for the Cougars, the effort just not there. And that was not good enough, not by far. The effort not there. He should have been tackled near his own 45-yard line. As it is, this will be spotted inside the 15-yard line, and that is just not acceptable.
Shaq Russell on the punt return, and we've called Shaq's name a couple times. I think he had the long touchdown, the second touchdown of the game Shaq had, and then Demarius Scott got the first touchdown, and then Shaq Russell with the second one, and then Alec Tyler with the third one for the Slayers in that first half. It's 20-0 with the Slayers right on the front step here against the Cougars on their possession to start the second half.
A couple of Cougars even slow getting off the field. I think I counted 3 that were on their knee there at some point during the punt coverage, and the last one making his way off the field now as the training staff has been here, and training staff has been somewhat active here in this game. And thankfully they are here to help out and help these guys get off the sideline, and hope to see them back in the game again very soon.
Kevin Taylor making his way off the field.
Kind of holding that right shoulder. You can get a stinger. Something gets pinched up in there early in the season like this. Maybe a lot of these guys have had the same shoulder pads for a long time, but sometimes that can get pinched up in your neck. A lot of things can happen. Looks like he's all right, but just trying to stretch it out a little bit. The trainer's going through some of the stretching motions there with him, and it looks like he'll be all right.
Looks like Fontana's back in at quarterback with receiver Scott to the near side, 2 backs near Fontans, and they're going to hand it up the middle. Another broken tackle and falls inside the 10-yard line. Number 11, T. Miller on the carry. Another nice gain on first down for the Slayers.
And I said that, and that punt coverage was not good by the Cougars. It wasn't. And the good news is, by the time the final whistle blows here, nobody will have cared about that play at all, as this is a preseason game. And the Cougars will watch this one back and make some corrections. They'll be ready to go.
Cougars, not sure if they play next week or not, but they'll be heading into the NLFL riding high. I mean, they got some talented players here for Kenosha, and they'll make some noise in their league this year.
Adrian shouting out to his son, number 51, Jalen Ware, for the Slayers. And David tells us it's Fontinez.
Fontinez, appreciate it.
All right.
That's what we asked for.
Yep.
Is ask for help. So as Fontinez hands it off back to T. Miller, and T gets taken down.
And you got 11 there, right? So I think we're being told 11 is Rayshawn.
All right.
So Rayshawn Heron, perhaps, here. Yep. As some of the Slayers fans know, these are not the regular jerseys that the Slayers will wear during the season. So we are, well, we're
I was going to say, somebody was shouting out Rayshawn earlier.
Yeah, now we found him. And now we just found him in a number that is not on our list, but now we've updated our list that we were handed to us. So, yeah, Rayshawn Heron. There we go.
Third down coming up. Third down and 10 now for the Slayers.
Me more so than Steve, a lot like Anchorman. Whatever you put in front of me, I just read it as it is. Could be wrong. Who knows? I don't know. I just read it.
Good times. Good movie. Good movies.
Got third down here.
Yeah, third and 10. Back to pass. And pressure is on. Breaks the tackle. Steps up. And flag comes in. And Fontinez is going to get tripped up with 10:15 to go.
Yeah, we're going to have a holding coming up here. This will be third and long upcoming.
Third and 20, probably.
Yep.
Holding on.
Yeah, do
Wisconsin?
we have a 38 or a 39 for the Slayers? 38. James Prince, maybe? He's got two numbers down there.
Oh, that's how many players they've got, and then that's the number that they wear. Yeah.
Well, that causes some of the confusion as well. Yeah, well, whoever he is, the holding was on him. Naughty number 38. Not player number 38. They're two different things.
Yeah. That's a little confusing.
But they're close, though, really. As you number them down like that, they're pretty close. But
yeah.
All right, well, anyway, holding and third and long now as we will wind the clock at 10:10 left in the third.
Third and, give them 15 maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. Somewhere around there.
Third and away's passing situation.
Four receivers, too near, too far for the Slayers. Running back in there, 35, Chris Ford. Back to pass again. Whistles are blown.
That was a false start. This will get backed up 5 more yards.
As Scott was trying to go up for it, nonetheless, and a good defensive play out there for the Slayers. Still playing through it. And it's going to be now third down and probably 20 now with 9:41 to go in the third quarter.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see. We'll get some so shout out to Spike helping out for the jerseys for this game. Like I said, Slayers fans knew that the jerseys on loan from the Wisconsin Hitmen, and that's why we're a little behind on it. Melissa checking in, telling the Cougars to get going. Well, Melissa got a good chance right now. Again, they as our friend Charlie Barron says, they screwed the pooch coming out of the halftime break there with nice field position and punting away. Now the defense has a chance to hold here on third and a very long ways. Now it's plus 20 now, Steve. It's 20-something and third down.
Yeah, long ways to go. Yeah. But we've seen, I mean, they've
they'll need the 3.5 for a first down from here.
Yeah, they've converted a couple times. So 4 receivers again. Chris Ford standing to the right, and another false start.
Boy, oh boy.
That's coming on Shaq Russell, who had the great kick return or punt return, and now they're going in the wrong direction.
Shaq has got to catch up with his other receiver friends and get himself some shiny shoes.
Yeah.
And then he won't have that happen. It's the shoes, man. It's got to be the shoes.
Yeah, I mean, the other 3 receivers have them.
He'll get there.
Yeah. 9 minutes to go, third quarter, 20-0 Slayers here from Kenosha Bradford High School. Martinez back to pass, pressure's on, tries to step up across the middle, and it is going to be incomplete. Had an opportunity, did Shaq, and it falls harmlessly to the turf, and it's going to be 4th down and long coming up for the Slayers.
And he'll realize after he watches the broadcast back tonight that he had the wrong shoes on. And because, of course, if you have the right shoes on, you can catch the ball much better. We all know this. But 4th down, and Coach Hanna's going to keep his Slayers offense on the field. And you would. There's no real need to punt here. Again, they've got to reach about the 3.5.
And they're at the 34.5, so...
Yeah, and the down marker guys are moving. They need to stay.
Yeah,
the chains need to stay where they are.
Yeah,
they're on the move, and they need to get back. Now they're going back. But, yeah, we know that's 3.5. Here we go.
Back to pass again as Fontinez rolls out to his left, looking towards the end zone, and it is going to be intercepted by the Cougars, and it is going to be 1st and 10 coming up for Kenosha, intercepted by Ryan Kish for the Cougars.
Yeah, and that's, some people call that an arm punt. Yep. You like the interception, you get it, you get a little bit of juice. The coach is saying, just knock it down. We have the ball on the 40-yard line. Yep. But you get the interception, and coach is going to also realize that maybe a little energy now for his team getting their first turnover of the game.
Yeah, 1st and 10 coming up for Kenosha as they will have it at their own 11, 12-yard line now for the Cougars.
Yeah, I know very few defensive backs or defensive players that aren't going to intercept that ball. It's just such a juicy treat coming at you there that you're going to pull down the interception, especially when the cameras are rolling.
Yeah. 8:15 to go. Couple of running backs near Brown. They're going to hand it to the back behind him. That's Nixon, tries to get to the outside. He does, outside the numbers, and he is going to rumble near the 40-yard line. A big run for Artavius Nixon, and a good, again, just momentum building for Kenosha.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need. Again, you need something good to happen. You got it. You got the interception, and then you make another good thing happen. A nice run to the outside as he did gain the corner and get the Cougars moving the ball upfield. They're back to the 40. That's where they started their first drive of the half. Now they're back there again on 1st and 10.
7:50 to go, third quarter. New running back standing behind Brown this time with 3 receivers set and a false start coming on the Cougars.
Yeah, big old 74 down there on the right tackle spot. Wanted to get a bit of an advantage.
Bobby Leggett.
All right, Bobby. Stay still, Bobby. Stay still.
The 40-yard line has been an Achilles heel for the Cougars. I mean, that's they got there to start the second half, and we'll see what they can do now with first down now and 15 for Kenosha. I'll have more NLFL football for you next Saturday from Marshfield.
Yeah, and then into the regular season, we'll bring you as many as 4 games every Saturday afternoon. We are really looking forward to it.
Going to be a fun summer. Kind of just got thrown into it last year, but now with more games, more teams, back to pass again. A flag comes in. It's going to be caught, but another false start or illegal procedure on the left or on the right guard as Brown laying on the ground near the 18-yard line.
Yeah, they're trying to set up the middle screen there, and the screen went to the back. He was in the right place, but the blockers downfield did not engage, and we'll see what the penalty is. But, yeah, the blockers didn't engage on those blocks, and that'll be something to work on going forward. Otherwise, otherwise the middle screen looked good.
Yeah.
Aside from that middle wall starting, it never developed.
6.5 to go as they.
Yeah, and counting.
And
by the way. We're
20-0. Slayers on top. As the White Hats or Mike Sackett still, and now they asked to stop at 6 minutes here in the third quarter.
Okay, it does. Stops right at the 6-minute mark.
And they look frustrated, but I mean, with the clock operator that's just thrown in there, and then and then you watch for hand motions from the officials, and when they're not given at all times, then it's kind of frustrating for the operator, everybody involved. But it's going to be first and long now for the Cougars.
I was up there with that clock operator, and we were reading through owner's manuals, about 3 at the same time. There were 2 of us reading 3 books simultaneously. Figure that thing out. All right, now we roll the clock. I'm very happy for that.
6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Brown back to pass. Still looking across the middle. That one's going to be caught and dropped. Heard the footsteps.
Alligator arms there, and we don't have an 85 on the Kenosha roster, so we won't know who that is. But got a little alligator arms there coming across the middle.
We also do not have a 45 for the Slayers either, and that's the defender that was closing in quick on him.
Well, and may he rest in peace, but Junior Seau was one at that spot that would give anybody alligator arms coming across the middle. And then Roy Williams, safety for the Dallas Cowboys, big hitter, Roy Williams. And the receivers, you would look and you were like, well, that guy has no arms at all because Roy was going to come and he was going to put a pounding on somebody. So second and very long coming up.
Brown in the shotgun as now we stop the clock, and at 5:36 timeout taken by Kenosha. We'll be back to Kenosha Bradford after this.
Hewitt's Meat has been producing the highest quality meat in the area since 1939. From chicken to pork, beef to seafood, here you'll find only the best. Try our award-winning summer sausage and snack sticks, made from only the highest quality cuts, no fillers. And good luck choosing between our 34 flavors of brats. Stop by for lunch and grab a made-to-order sub, burger, or salad. And don't forget all the canned goods, salsas, pickles, pizzas, and more. All locally sourced. Hewitt's Meat in Marshfield and Tomahawk.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 1, 2, 3 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 1, 2, 3 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
I'm ready. All right, back here to Bradford High School, home of the Red Devils, Kenosha Bradford, and coming out of the Cougars timeout and trying to dial up something long here for 2nd and 20 and keep this momentum going. Again, this drive started off an interception that came on 4th and long from the Slayers, and on the interception now, Cougars out of the timeout, and 2nd and 20 upcoming. Here is Steve Maves.
Yeah, Tice Brown. Tice Brown in the shotgun, 2 receivers near side, 2 far side, another snap over his head. We saw one like that in the first half, and it's going to be 3rd down and another long way to go for Kenosha. And that is exactly what you don't want to happen after a timeout taken when you draw something up to try and get that yardage back, and then a bad play execution on top of it.
And again, 62 out here. Tyler Wilkins, he's been flapping his jaws all game instead of getting back in the huddle, and he's doing it again. His team is having to bring him back in the huddle. They're going to lose 5 yards here on a delay of game because this has already taken 20 seconds in between snaps. And with the jaws flapping, and now he's being brought out of the game.
Keon Slater, big 97 into play his offensive line spot, that right guard position.
All right, well, we'll see if we'll get a little bit better action on the offensive line. Now, that's the thought here anyway,
Yep.
as why he's being taken out of the game.
4:10 to go in the third quarter. Brown in the shotgun again, standing at his own 7-yard line. This time a low snap, and across the middle. That one's tipped in the air and incomplete. I believe it might have hit Slater in the helmet.
It did. It bounced off of Slater's noggin on the way through, and fourth down upcoming from where the Cougars started the drive. We don't have the marker on the other side of where the drive started, and I've not been keeping stats this preseason game, but I think they gained about 3 yards on the whole thing. And, they had that nice run very early in the drive, which seems like about an hour ago now. But, the drive will end. Slayers will be back with the ball here to close out the third quarter. As players being shuffled in and out for the guys in white. They got enough out there, Steve?
Same for the Cougars as well. They need one more for Kenosha.
He was benched.
Yeah.
So Wilkins now will come back on and regain his spot on the offensive line.
As Avila is, as a punter, you are in there to count, and the pressure is on. Another nice punt taken by Tyler. Alec Tyler tries to bounce to the outside. He does so, gets a couple of nice blocks, and right behind him, coming up behind him, and staying with the play was Javon Peterson. And a fumble, but they're going to say that he was down.
Yeah, ball is in the end zone, but the ball cannot be advanced because it was not fumbled. And again, in on the action was Wilkins there, as he was tussling around on the ground with somebody. I give him credit; he came here for action. Maybe drawing some unnecessary attention here today as well.
Javon Peterson, who was behind the play, missed a tackle, and then Alec Tyler was just dancing around waiting for some blockers. Peterson came up behind him and made the play, but the Slayers will have it at the Cougars' 22-yard line. Haven't had any action on the left side of the field in the second half.
No, it's been all here to our right, which I believe is the south.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything going south right now. As they say, this one literally all the action going south. Even when the Cougars have the ball, they had been also going south, which is unfortunate for them. So Slayers have at this point, I would say a solid 20-point lead. But this one, not over yet. Just never can tell.
Shannon King is number 0 now in at quarterback for the Slayers. Mix them in. I think they got 3 or 4 of them on the roster. Going up at Fortin. That one's going to be incomplete. Nicely done defensively for the Cougars. Is that 20 or is that 30? There is no 30, so we're going to say that's Anthony Price, maybe?
I like it. Yep, let's go with it.
It's going to be second down and 10 coming up. Again, the Slayers have 4 quarterbacks on their roster, 4 or 5 of them. So rotate them in here and there and let them all get an opportunity. Shannon King, tall, lanky quarterback, in for the Wisconsin Slayers with 3:10 to go in the third quarter. King back to pass again. Wide receiver screen near side going to be taken there. Try to get to the outside. 3 Cougars come in on him, and that's Lawrence Pollard on the reception. And it's going to be third down. Third down coming up for third down coming up for the Slayers.
Nice job there, Trell Welton, number 45 for Kenosha, getting in there and fighting off and fighting through that screen. Did a nice job there to keep it to a small gain, but third and manageable, though, for the Slayers as the big offensive line comes back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5 coming up. Joshua Thompson, big 73, the center.
Yeah, all 5 across the board. Those are some big dudes out there, and they've been doing work here today.
Back to pass, pressure on into the corner, and just out of the reach of his intended receiver, Ryan Herron, and incomplete. And a flag out near the 15-yard line with 2:21 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that flag came out right away, almost as if the Slayers didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage, and that's what it looks it's going to be, a pre-snap violation.
Keon Slater making his way back onto the field. Fourth down. And we'll see what the
Well, it should remain third down here. I suppose they could make it fourth down, as the Cougars and Mike Sackett are having a extended conversation about what the outcome here will be. It'll either be fourth or 3rd and 10, or it'll be 4th and 5.
Yep.
And it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 10.
That's where they're going to march him back to the 27-yard line. 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Slayers with 2:21 to go.
Yeah. There we go. Clock rolls.
Whenever the whistle blows, the clock goes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, somewhere it does.
Shannon King in the shotgun again. 4 receivers set. And they all moved again. And again,
now the whistles blow. Yeah, I think 97 came across, so I think it's defensive encroachment. I think, but I'm wrong. It's offside. My luck today, my hot streak has now gone cold with the weather here, Steve.
Yeah, and that's what Joshua Thompson, the center, is trying to tell the official.
And he came across and contacted me. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it was close, and but yeah, the umpire was right in there. He saw what happened. Yeah, but the conversation continues. And Mike Sackett is saying "phooey" on that.
3rd down and long now coming up for the Slayers. It was 3rd and 5, now 3rd and 15 after a couple of penalties with under 2 minutes to go. 3, 4 receivers, trips to the near side with Shannon King in shotgun formation. King now with the running back behind him. The pressure is going to come from the Cougars. Pressure quickly, throws it up into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Double flags coming on Kenosha.
Yeah, number 20 in coverage. He's got that jersey rolled up a little bit.
Anthony Price,
yeah, there's
I
no
believe.
30, so yeah, Anthony Price in coverage, and it is defensive pass interference on Price and the Cougars.
1:36 to go.
Coach walks back here to the 40-yard line, just shaking his head, playbook in hand. Yeah, Coach, I feel you there. I feel you, man. Because you had him on 3rd and 15.
Yep. Yeah, that's been the big story of the game, I guess, is the conversions on 3rd and 4th and long.
For the Slayers,
Yep.
yeah. And the inability for the Cougars to say anything about it on 3rd and 4th down.
Yep.
So the change, it'll be 1st and goal now from the 1-yard line.
So it is spot foul in.
Yeah, that's what we've learned.
Semi-pro. Yeah. And not 15 yards like high school.
Very costly, though. Very costly. Again, 3rd and 15 now turns into a 1st and goal for the Slayers, leading 20-0, looking for more.
90 seconds left here. Romeo Hines stands near Shannon King. And he's going to keep it himself as Shannon. He's going to walk into the end zone. 1-yard touchdown for the Slayers. They lead 26-0 with 1:10 to go. Or 1:11 to go here in the third quarter. Again, costly penalties, big plays on late downs and long distance for the Slayers, and they convert on this one. And with a 2-point conversion opportunity upcoming for Wisconsin, they lead 26-0.
And again, I think back to the Cougars. Twice they had it near the midfield area in the quarter, and the Slayers end up getting a touchdown out of those 2 Cougars opportunities. And an interception for the Cougars in the quarter.
Shannon King again going to be hit as he throws it, and that's going to fall incomplete. 2-point conversion unsuccessful. 1:11 to go, third quarter. It's now the Wisconsin Slayers 26 and the Kenosha Cougars nothing. Back to Bradford after this.
Hey, it's Dean Blandino, and I'm here to tell you that Zaleski Sports is Wisconsin's hometown high school sports network. Get Wisconsin sports updates every day with Zaleski Sports. That's where I get my Wisconsin sports updates. And listen, while we're here, all right, I'll admit it. Dez caught it, but the Packers won. The end.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Kickoff coming for the Wisconsin Slayers. They lead 26-0 as number 11 T. Miller in to kick it away for the Slayers from left to right as we watch here from Kenosha Bradford High School.
Yeah, nice kickoff.
Yeah, another good one. Going to be roped down by Alex Plunkett trying to get to the near side, and he's going to break a tackle. Going to get horse-collared, and another 15 yards coming up for the Cougars with 57 seconds to go.
So for the third time, and there's a flag on the far side of the field as well. Not sure what that's on. We could have offsetting penalties. If we do, either way, Steve, another nice starting field position or gained field position here in the fourth quarter for the Cougars. Now it's up to them to do something.
And we'll see what the penalty is. The near side one is a horse collar. And we'll see what the far flag was. 57 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Heltzke says that they're going to have a meeting with the coaches. Not seeing my baby Rayshon enough. Yeah, good luck. You can if you want to. We've heard of that before. It doesn't always work out like you think it might.
I don't know. There are two 11s now. T. Miller, Rayshon might have been the one that just kicked off. So
okay, there are two number 11s though.
Yeah, for the Slayers.
All right.
Rayshon was in earlier at running back.
Okay.
Now it was either him or T. Miller kicking off. So
all right.
Cougars will have it with 57 seconds left, and again,
have it from somewhere on the field.
Yeah.
Looks like it's offsetting penalties the way that the teams are reacting. Now our 4/5 of our officials are meeting at the 33-yard line to figure out where the ball will be spotted. It's going to be spotted somewhere.
I was going to say, the other one having a conversation with Devon Griffin III.
Well, I'd rather be in that conversation than this other one. So we got a horse collar on the Slayers. We knew, okay, we knew that. Yep. We don't know what the penalty was on the far side. Mike Sackett is attempting to tell us, and it's a
hold. It looked like.
Well, now the fifth official is like, wait! You're having a meeting without me. Let me get in here, and I got to tell you something before you make this call. That it looks like it'll go on the Cougars. Okay, so there's a horse collar again. Mike says, and the personal foul, blow to the head, is going to be called. No, well, okay. No, so both. He's pointed to the Slayers twice now on the call.
So holding on.
And it's two fouls on the Slayers on the two flags. Okay.
That's what it looked like anyway.
Well, it looks like it was a horse collar, and then he said a blow to the head. So on that far side, whoever was tangled up over there might have been extra naughty.
Now they march off 15. So.
Well, at least 15.
Yeah.
But there were two flags. So 15, okay, so just one. Just one penalty will be enforced.
At the 45-yard line.
Okay.
All right.
Let's play football.
Yeah, let's ready to go. 26-0, third quarter. 57 seconds left. And wide receiver screen to the far side, going to be gobbled up. And outside the numbers, he's going to be ripped down there. Number 11, Chris Williams on the reception. And the first time in the south or into the Slayers territory here in the second half.
We're playing on the north side right now of Bradford Field, and the clock will wind It will, trust me.
With 50 seconds left, 26-0.
There it goes. Yeah, nice catch there on the far side, Steve. And the Cougars now into Slayers territory, which has not happened a lot today. And, at this point, if you're the Cougars, goal one, just get that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yep.
Maybe you still win the game, but the first step is get the 0 off the scoreboard. Now we've got a penalty flying over here on the near side.
With 27 seconds left, and they're going to march them back to the 49.
So delay a game?
I think the center may have
illegal snap?
moved it back to where he wanted it or something. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Back. Now they're going to hand it off to Nixon. He's going to try to get to the outside and know where to go, and that should end the third quarter here from Kenosha Bradford. It is the Wisconsin Slayers 26 and the Kenosha Cougars nothing. 3 quarters in the books. 15 minutes to go here from Kenosha Bradford High School. Back to the NLFL right after this.
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
All right, back here to Kenosha Bradford High School and start of the fourth quarter. And thank you all for watching. On behalf of myself, Jason Zaleski, Lucas Holheisel, Trevor Zaleski, and Steve Maves, we thank you all for watching today's broadcast. Again, as we begin quarter number 4, and as we do, Steve, the Cougars are looking to shake off the first 3 quarters here and leave them in the dust, because what happened at the end of the third quarter is what's happened all game. A couple positive things happened, and then we start moving backwards again. And the Cougars, though, will move south for the first time here in the second half.
First and second and 14, and they're going to hand it off to Artavius Nixon. Tries to get to the outside. He breaks a couple tackles and gets a couple nice blocks. A big first down for Nixon. Runs over a defender. A late flag comes in, and
I think that flag is going to be on the Slayer. And then a second flag. He threw his hat as the second flag. It's going to be a personal foul on the Slayers as the action continued away from the play, as a couple got tangled up, and then the hat came after for a second one, but a very nice run there on second down. So something positive for the Cougars, as long as a penalty is not on them, and I don't believe it is. I think this is a Slayers penalty.
Cole Peterson looking for an explanation, and he's got his arms up in disbelief, and a blow to the head on Kenosha.
Well, and maybe that was the second one, because the first, when that flag flew, I looked down and there were 2 Slayers giving the business to a Cougar on the ground. I thought that's had to have been what that flag was for, but here we go, Steve. A positive play for the Cougars and backed up on a penalty.
And it will march them all the way back to right where they were. So it's going to be second down and same yardage to go for Kenosha with 14:42 to go. 26-0 with the clock running here in the fourth quarter now from Kenosha Bradford High School.
Bryce asking for our next broadcast. That is Tuesday. Spash Soccer, right?
Yeah, Spash and Nina.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Both of them coming off of a pretty impressive wins. I don't know how Spash did the other day, but an 11-1 win over Appleton, as Brown will slide to the turf near the 41-yard line.
Yeah, pickup of almost 10 on that run. It'll bring up a third and manageable for the Cougars. As again, the goal here is just to get that 0, get that circle off the scoreboard, put up a crooked number of some sort up there, and leave here with a little something good to talk about.
Absolutely, especially after coming off of a win last week. And I don't know if, not sure if Kenosha has a game next week before their season starts, but yeah, just get a little confidence before you head into your league games in 2 weeks.
Yeah, give Coach a little less to yell at you about,
Yep.
too. That's one other good thing to have happen. Is Coach going to yell at you no matter what, but yell at you just a little bit less.
13.5 to go. Brown in the shotgun, trying to pick up this big third down. Looks like the pressure is coming for the Slayers. Low snap, and it is coming. Rolling out to his left, and he throws it into the bleachers, and it's going to be a flag coming in.
Well, and one flag should be intentional grounding. I don't know what the other flag, and here comes a late flag here as a roughing the quarterback may be the call there, Steve. I don't know what it's going to be, or unless Big 74 there was given a little bit too much wisdom to our white hat Mike Sackett. But it is intentional grounding as the ball did not get back to the line of scrimmage. So that is intentional grounding. Even though he was out of the pocket, the ball did not reach the line of scrimmage. The second flag is the one we don't know about.
And that was a late one with Tice Brown laying on the turf, and
he's up now, thankfully,
Yep.
and we're glad to see that.
See what the call will be, and it might have even just been Mike Sackett confirming an intentional grounding.
Yeah, so intentional grounding, we get this call now.
And I think that was it.
And
no,
unsportsmanlike on the Slayers. Okay, so the penalties will offset. Yes or no? No, they're gonna.
Because an intentional grounding is a loss of down,
right?
And so,
and the personal foul is going to be stepped off 15 yards, so that will be a first down, Cougars.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. It's just inside the 35.
Yeah. I'll say 33.
But just enough for 1 yard further than the line to gain, so
Yeah.
first and 10. So the Cougars keep moving the ball. 13:05 to play here in the fourth. And, Mr. Sackett's going to firm things up with his friend over there on the other sideline.
So then he can go and explain it
yeah, I suppose so.
To the other sidelines.
Yeah, Malika says Cougars are shooting themselves in the foot. They are, Malika.
Yep.
They are. And, the goal is to get that cleaned up during practice before May 1st. And as I've said now a few times, I'll say it for the last time, goal is now just to get this one in the end zone somehow, some way.
Yep, absolutely. And the shadows that Jason was talking about that were at the, 7th and 8th lanes here on the track are now closing in on the hash marks.
Yep, yeah, the day is drawn long.
Yep. Yeah, nearing 6:30 here in southeastern Wisconsin.
Yep, it certainly is.
It was. I was going to say it was weird yesterday in Manitowoc talking that we were in eastern Wisconsin, usually saying central, and huge hit and a flag comes in, and Alex Plunkett is still on the ground at the 21-yard line, and that could be an ejection.
Well, it should be.
Yep.
It should be. Now, thankfully, Mr. Plunkett's going to get up. It should be an ejection, especially in a preseason game like this. There's just it was uncalled for.
Yep, absolutely, and across the middle. And again, it's good to see Alex up, but seems like
Alex was kind of milking it a little bit. Oh boy, Tom Cruise, Jerry Maguire, and Rod Tidwell. Rod Tidwell in the end zone. Cuba Gooden Jr. of course played the part of Rod Tidwell. Rod kind of milked it in the end zone at the end of that movie. But, yeah, blow to the head there. And what will become of the Slayer that did that. I can let him stay in the game here.
I guess so.
Okay, well, all right.
Well, 1st and 10 from the 12 inside the red zone for the first time tonight for the Cougars.
All right. Getting closer.
Yep. Opportunity with 12:52 to go in the fourth quarter.
So 1st and goal, right?
First and
Or it is
10
first and 10
from the 11 or 12.
They can get a first down. It would need to be the nose of the ball just outside of the end line now.
Tice Brown trying to lead his team to the end zone for the first time here this afternoon and into tonight now.
Yeah.
Brown rolling out to his right. Pressure's on. He steps up, still looking into the end zone. Tipped, and it'll fall incomplete. Looking for Cole Peterson in the end zone.
Shaq Madison got his paw in there. He did that on one of the first plays in the game.
Yeah.
As I think back to all the way back to the first quarter. And Madison now in the fourth quarter breaks up what could have been a touchdown reception.
2nd and 10 coming up for the Cougars with 12.5 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Spike watching online says he's got $500 that the Cougars won't score.
Huh?
See if someone wants to take up Spike on that bet. Yeah. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
4-down territory, too. So
Yeah.
you got 3 plays from here to get the ball in the end zone.
Or at least a first down. I mean,
Maybe.
they could
Yeah, maybe.
across the middle, and that one is going to be incomplete, tipped around, and Shaq Madison drops that one.
Oh.
Opportunity for Shaq.
Shaq Daddy with the drop daddy. And, yeah.
Spike would have won his bet.
Oh, man. Malika says that the Cougars are saving their best for the start of the season, and maybe they are.
Yeah.
And that's something to consider here, too. You don't want to maybe trot out your full playbook, especially knowing you're being broadcast nationwide here today. You may want to keep that a little bit close. That could be it, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, it has nothing to do with the penalties that have been on the Cougars or the
fumbles. Or
any of that.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, maybe. So 3rd down now on what is extra life for the Cougars after the dropped interception by Shaq Madison.
3rd and 10 from the 11. And broken play, but Brown is going to fall inside the 10 to near the 7. Or they'll give him all the way back to the 9. So that's where it's going to be 4th down and manageable now for the Cougars. As Jason mentioned, 4-down territory absolutely here for Kenosha.
Little counter trap quarterback draw that could have went better. But, yeah, 4th down. So chance here, and the Slayers need to keep their naughty paws off the Cougars here too. You don't want to give up a penalty here if you're the Slayers while you're trying to preserve the shutout here on 4th down.
4th and 6 from the 9-ish. Or 4th and 7.
Yeah.
Brown in shotgun, taking his sweet time, and a late snap or an early jump. Brown rolls out to his right in the end zone and throws it near the entrance to Bradford Stadium.
Yeah, it just good job by you give credit where it's due, and it was due there. The Slayers dropped everybody back into coverage. They flooded the end zone with white jerseys, and just nowhere to go with that. And you throw it out of bounds, you throw an interception. Either way, it's Slayers' ball with 11:04 left to play.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line for Wisconsin on their first drive here of the fourth quarter. Again, another productive drive, just nothing to show for it for the Kenosha Cougars here tonight.
Ipwanu7 says, do they not do kicks in this league? Well, they do, but it's not much of a morale boost to kick a field goal there, down 26-0. You get down, especially you get down that close, you want to punch it in and you get a touchdown, especially in the preseason.
Yep.
You want to get that feeling of a touchdown, and the Cougars defense now will get back to work and see if they can give the ball back to the offense, or, hey, Steve, maybe score it themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Opportunity for Kenosha, and I will say that Sean Avila has done well punting, and again, obviously a much different scenario in kicking in warm-ups and in games, but Sean's got a nice leg on him for Kenosha.
I agree.
You saw him warming up quite a bit down here in the soccer goals just below us here, and he can let it fly. Shannon under center again, going to hand it up the middle and going to lose yards for the Slayers back to the 5-yard line. Shannon King in at quarterback, and it looked like Deontay Trawick on the carry.
Nice job there. Angelo Wilson coming up for the Cougars, big there from his linebacker spot, and forcing the action backwards. A loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play.
Second and
long.
A couple. Second and longer than 10 here from the 5-yard line with under 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
So Slayer's slow coming out of the huddle, and we'll keep an eye on the back judge here for the play clock, and he will likely start his countdown very soon.
Yeah, because the official right near the linebackers starts counting, and then the guy behind him throws the flag. Or he did earlier on. Shannon King on the slant, and well behind his intended receiver, Tayshawn White.
Yeah, receiver ran a slant, quarterback threw an out, and that results in an incomplete pass every single time.
It'd be a big stop here for Kenosha if they're able to, but third and long. This is the third and long distance coming for Wisconsin, but we've seen much of this game where they've been able to succeed on third and fourth and long for the Slayers. Shannon King under center. Running back stands behind him. Pressure coming. All-out blitz. Now backs out of it. The ball's on the ground, and Shannon King somehow is able to fall on top of it, gain 3 yards.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 4th and 10 coming up for the Slayers.
Coach Hanna sends the punt team out immediately, and the Cougars defense does its job. They force the 3 and out on the Slayers, and the clock had stopped momentarily, and Mike Sackett throws his hands up in exasperation, but clock runs now on the running play. And yeah, big 84. We never did figure out who 84 was.
We did not.
But he's got a nice leg on him. He had he had that worm burner back in the first quarter. We'll see what he comes up with now. But you need to have a nice punt here as you kick it from your end zone. And Cougars back and ready to receive, almost though, although number 22, Jay Smith, is asking what the call is here. Now a late Cougar coming on the field as Smith will come out. In comes Plunkett, and they bring Plunkett in looking for a big return here perhaps.
Yeah, Alex has been electric on his returns today. Low snap, pressure on. The ball's on the ground. It's going to be picked up and bounced
Still
around.
bouncing.
And still going on the ground. And it'll be Cougars football either way.
Keon Slater, big number 97 out there. I think we're going to wait till he gets up here before I tell the.
97 here.
Okay, then it wasn't him, but who was it? He wanted 90. 90? Yeah. Patrick Lowry. Old Pat there was doing everything he could to corral that ball. He tipped it around to himself about 6 times. And then tipped it backwards. He comes off. You can see him coming off the field. You're laughing about it because you know what was going through his head is he's hot potato in that ball. Is I just want to get it and lunge forward. I'm going to score a touchdown, man. I'm going to get a touchdown with the cameras on. And then he ends up just batting the ball up in the air. But here go the Cougars now. We're back in it, first and goal. So they get what they want. Well, now why are we punting again? I missed something here, Steve.
Yeah, I'm not
Somebody's got to explain to me why we're punting again.
Offsides on. Oh man!
No way! It was offside on the Cougars.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. Well, it's still 4th down.
Yeah.
Fortunately, if you're the Cougars. Huh.
Wow. As that person said, it was shooting themselves in the foot all night here tonight.
It has been. It has been. I mean, they would have been set up nice. Again, we had a nice time there with Pat Lowry. Is again now big number 97, Keon Slater, coming off the field. Still a chance for a punt block, though. You don't want to discount that. But all right, we wind the clock. There it goes. And punt called for and sent away. Oh, boy.
Another wobbler going to be picked up by Plunkett. He's going to step out of bounds near the 45-yard line. I'll say 43, and that's where the Cougars will start their next drive here in the fourth quarter with 8:20 to go, and the clock stopping.
Yeah, okay.
26-0.
So, yeah, nice job there by Plunkett. He had good momentum coming towards the sideline. He knew he wasn't going to get much on it, but he got a couple extra yards out of it, and those extra yards matter, especially when coaches watch the film back and they see that hustle and those extra couple yards, and that'll always buy you a little bit of grace anyway. All right, so we start in Slayers territory. And Cougars were able to move the ball a little bit on that last possession, aided quite a bit by Slayer penalties. But, looking to take advantage.
Mello Ruland.
Okay, 84 is Mello Ruland. Okay, thank you. All right, well, Mello with a couple interesting punts today.
He was booming them during warm-ups.
Yeah, he certainly was.
Brown to the outside opportunity, gets to the
Big
corner.
run here, big run.
And being able to get ripped by his jersey and out of bounds, 44, Chris Wenzel.
Yeah, Wenzel, nice run there
Yeah.
as they go change of pace out of the backfield. Give Wenzel his first carry of the evening, and may think about going to him more often later on in the season.
8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, able to get that corner and put on an extra jet. And
so back in the red zone. So you got that going for you.
Yeah.
So we start to, looking for the Cougars to start kind of counting the positives.
yeah, they've been able to move the ball the last couple of drives, just have not been able to capitalize on it. Brown going to hand it off again to Wenzel, and going to be gobbled up there by 42 for the for the
42
Slayers.
and 93. If you got a 93 there, nice job on the tackle.
John Green.
Yeah, he did a nice job wrapping up the legs down low. 42 made sure to stop the progress up high, and gain of none on the carry.
John Hicks and John Green.
There you go. John and John getting after it.
7 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Again, we'll have more football for you on Saturday, more NLFL from Marshfield Columbus Catholic High School. Marshfield Bandits and the Sheboygan Sabercats making their way up to central Wisconsin.
Be nice if Sheboygan could bring that big flag with them.
Yeah. High snap again. Ball's on the ground, and it is going to be on the ground at the 35-yard line. Yeah. The Slayer sideline can't believe it, but
well, and big man with the ball there with the green shoes too. He wanted to light those green shoes on fire, headed down the field.
And Dale Harris picked it up.
Yeah. They said he was. He had curled up on that ball and then was landed on by one of the big fellas there, and the ball came squirting loose after that. But third now and very long.
Yeah, there again, the 25 or so. They're down about 25 to go. 6:25 and counting. 26-0.
Well, they're going to wind
soon.
the clock here. Yeah. There it goes.
As, again, Brown has had a couple of snaps go over his head. That has been an issue for the Cougars here this afternoon. Quick pass to the near side. Flag comes in and going to be tripped up there on the reception. That's Chris Williams.
And holding, I think, is going to be the call here from the umpire. And I think the hold, based on the reaction on the field, is perhaps on Wilkins. We'll see, though. That flag came high. It was a high arcing flag thrown from the umpire spot. Here's the call. It's a personal foul. So, yeah, my luck has straight run out here, Steve, and it's on the Slayers.
Yeah, hands to the face on the Wisconsin Slayers. So that could not going to be quite a first down, but it will be.
Well, it'll in part make up for the bad snap a couple plays ago. So you at least got that.
Third down coming up for Kenosha with 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Clock runs. Third down and long. Oh, second down. I thought it was third down.
Well, yeah. All right.
Brown slips on the grass, and that is going to take Chris Williams backwards.
Yeah, he slipped as he threw it. The pass actually did go backwards. It was caught anyway, but yeah, loss on the play. Another big loss.
Now it's third down.
Now it is third down, and we've got Slayers over here on the Cougars bench, and the Slayers perhaps are best suited to know that the score is 26-0 late in the game, and just get back in your defensive huddle and get ready to play football.
Yeah, Trayvon Miller has been
been active.
Yeah, has been so all afternoon. So third down coming up. Again, they never stopped it, and this is gonna take us under 5 minutes here. Third down and long for the Cougars as Alex Plunkett's out there dancing. Down 26-0, but
yeah,
he's having a good time. He was one of them that was right in with Trayvon Miller and all those guys earlier on in the game.
Plunkett, I like him, and I'll tell you, he's also a one-man band out there. So there's no music, but in his mind, he's got music going 24 hours a day. I like it.
4:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Third down and 20. Brown and another high snap, and he's going to fall on this one and get touched down there at the 44-yard line. You know, I've seen that back official throw his hands up and yell, and now I have finally figured out what it has come to mean. With he says 10. He throws his hands up with 10 seconds left on the play clock, and
Yep.
it's finally clicked.
Yeah.
With 4 minutes left in the game.
Yeah. Well, it's never too late.
Better
Steve.
late than never.
It's
yeah.
never too late.
As Sean Avila is back to punt with under 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. And regular season starts on May 1st for all NLFL teams here.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yep. And check with your local team, your favorite team, to figure out when the kickoff is, because there's a lot of different kickoff times for every team, and just a lot of missed timing on all those. And Sean Avila just misses on the punt, and it's going to be out to the 20-yard line with 3:14 to go in the ball game.
Went for the coffin corner there, just a little bit too strong, but the Cougars have some things working here. They've got the punter good.
Yep.
They put a check mark there. They've got the intensity, and there's energy, there's intensity out there, and if they get that aligned in the right way, they'll have that in their favor. Running game. They've got a couple nice running backs to work. I mean, there are some things that are working here, but obviously work to be done.
Yep, absolutely. And on both sides. I mean, the Slayers as well. They had a couple of big plays earlier on, a couple of huge pass plays on third and fourth downs to get those touchdowns, and it's been the name of the game so far here tonight. Mistakes, penalties, and just a lot going on in the nearly 3 hours of this game, and wrap things up here in 3.5 minutes.
As I said earlier, give credit where it's due. The Slayers have played a complete game. They've hit all their marks. Passing game good. For the Slayers here today as well.
And not just from one quarterback. All of them have thrown the ball very well, and step out of bounds. Going to be second down and about 2 coming up for the Slayers with under 3 minutes to go in the game.
Steve, who's number 9 on the roster for the Slayers there? That's he was fired up over there on the sideline, lowering his shoulder into the guy. Lawrence Pollard lower the shoulder, and he's pumping his fists on the sidelines. Got to like that if you're Coach Hanna late in the game here. The clock stops at 2:59 as he did go out of bounds.
Yep.
Gain of 5. But he was gain of 5, gain of 50. He was pretty excited over there.
Yeah, he was pumped up nonetheless. 26-0 here for the Slayers. Under 10 seconds to go on the play clock as Alec Tyler finally gets out to where he needs to go. And on the misdirection, has room and going to spin, break another tackle, break a couple more, and gets to the outside. Near the 40-yard line, he spins back into the midfield, and it's going to be a big first down for Shaq Russell. Again, Shaq's been called quite a bit this afternoon, and a big first down to get this clock wound down with 2:15 to go.
And I see 39 is scratched out on our roster there. Do we have do we know who 39 is? He threw a really nice block there to help spring the ball carrier loose. And here we are. It'll be the 2-minute warning coming up, and there it is. So 2-minute warning here in Kenosha. We will take our last timeout of the game and bring you back for the final 2 minutes right after this.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 123 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 123 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
Welcome back to Kenosha. 2-minute warning, about 30 seconds long, but
much appreciated. Much appreciated.
26-0 Slayers here. And they will wind it down here tonight. All pressure put on to Shannon King. Throws it up to the end zone, and it's going to be caught by Alec Tyler.
What a catch.
And he made his way back, and touchdown for Wisconsin. The floss, that's what that's called.
He was flossing on him.
That's
he
right.
was flossing on him in the end zone. But, yeah, Tyler in the shiny shoes.
Yep. Second touchdown of the night for Alec Tyler with 1:43 to go in the ball game. Threw it up there and made the adjustment and brought it down for the touchdown. Couple of big runs between Shaq Russell, and then a big catch by Alec Tyler.
And Denise coming on just in time there. Let's go, Alec. And there he is. Another nice catch. Turned out to be a back shoulder. I think the ball was just underthrown, but doesn't matter. He made a nice adjustment on the ball. And 1:43 left after the extra point attempt.
Yeah, it was good to see Alec come back after he got hurt earlier on in the game on a punt return. And they're going to push back the PAT to the 22.
What, because he was flossing? Come on.
It might have been.
Or this could just be a league rule on the extra point attempt. Similar to the NFL.
Yep.
So either way, let's see. Who do we have here? Simona coming in. That's my baby. There you go.
Rashawn Heron or T. Miller for the...
Yeah, it's Rayshawn. We've been told it's been Rayshawn, so we're going with Rayshawn.
All right. High snap, and it is low and into the gut of one of the Kenosha players with 1:43, and Wisconsin player, and he's still on the ground. 32-0 in favor of the Wisconsin Slayers. We'll be back with the final 103 seconds after this.
Hewitt's Meat has been producing the highest quality meat in the area since 1939. From chicken to pork, beef to seafood, here you'll find only the best. Try our award-winning summer sausage and snack sticks, made from only the highest quality cuts, no fillers. And good luck choosing between our 34 flavors of brats. Stop by for lunch and grab a made-to-order sub, burger, or salad. And don't forget all the canned goods, salsas, pickles, pizzas, and more. All locally sourced. Hewitt's Meat in Marshfield and Tomahawk.
Hey, it's Dean Blandino, and I'm here to tell you that Zaleski Sports is Wisconsin's hometown high school sports network. Get Wisconsin sports updates every day with Zaleski Sports. That's where I get my Wisconsin sports updates. And listen, while we're here, all right, I'll admit it. Dez caught it, but the Packers won. The end.
Well, the Grow Wisconsin Dairy Processing Grant is for really any dairy, or up to $50,000 you can get for like improvements, help with like food safety aspects. It's actually you have to pay part of the service that you're getting. So you have to pay 20% of it. So we were actually granted $6,150, and so that's the 80%. So our project is at a little over $7,000. So that's showing them that we're doing something with their milk. We're not just taking it, turning it into cheese, setting in the store, sending it to the customer, like everyone else does. Anything that we do in the plant with food safety is great for everyone. It's not just great for us. It's telling the customer that we make a good product. It's telling the farmer, our patrons, that we're doing good with their milk. And so that should really go to heart. That you're going to get a safe product coming out of here. It's cool to see that all the Hymans they really like to see their name out in the community, but especially for anything with children's groups. They sponsor a bike raffle every year, and they actually go and give it to the kid in the schools. I know that's a huge thing every year. But yeah, it's really cool to see their name out there. Seeing them a sponsor, we all got kids, we all were kids, so most likely something came out of here that we've done. Or
we originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Letta, Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Perfect timing on our kickoff, and it just goes right out of bounds. But 1:33 to go here in the ball game.
Good news on the injury there. James Prince of the Wisconsin Slayers able to walk off the field under his own power, completely unassisted. He just needed to take a little rest first before he got off the field.
They haven't marked it at the 45, but doesn't go where it went out of bounds, right?
Well, it should. And we'll get it marked here eventually.
32-0 Slayers. 93 seconds left. Well, maybe not. We will have more we'll have more NLFL football for you next Saturday from Marshfield Columbus Catholic High School, and then we got soccer coming on Tuesday and Thursday, and then football on. Friday.
Solo high school game Friday. It's Nina at Appleton West, and we very much look forward to that one. And then again, the regular season NLFL action up to 4 games every Saturday afternoon right here on Zaleski Sports.
Have highlights of the Manitowoc Lincoln girls state tournament for the first time in school history. A state championship for
the Ships.
Yeah, for the Ships girls volleyball team.
Lightning and Ships going at it.
Yeah.
And as our friend Charlie Barron says, that it's an open sea out there, and there's nothing a ship likes more than the open sea. And we'll find out. The Appleton North Lightning volleyball team, though, very good.
Yes.
Very, very good. It's a diluted field with most of the teams, including these Red Devils, playing fall sports in the fall. Still, though, Championship Series volleyball, and that they are ready in 8 minutes up at Kaukauna High School.
Yep. They had some of the fall sports ones there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Back to pass, across the middle, and that one's tipped up and incomplete. Flag comes in as going to the ground was Trayvon Miller with under a minute to go here in the game. We'll see what
holding is the call.
Holding on the Cougars. Now it's going to be second down and 20 coming up for Kenosha. Can appreciate everyone tuning in this afternoon and into this evening, along with our Kenosha sponsors, and appreciate everyone making us part of your Saturday afternoon/evening here at Zaleski Sports.
Yeah, audience, good job there, sticking with it today. We do appreciate that as well.
Penalty has declined. 3rd down and 10 coming up. 55 seconds left.
And counting.
And counting. Chris Williams in at quarterback for the Cougars. High snap again, going to hand it off and up the middle. Again, he's had a couple of nice runs, Chris Wenzel.
Certainly has. There's something to build on there for the Cougars as well. Steve mentioned the sponsors, JCS Construction, Durango's Restaurant and Sports Bar, and Baker Street Restaurant and Pub. As long as there's not an incomplete pass here or something else, this may be the last play here from Kenosha Bradford High School today.
15 seconds left, and they will...
And they may not even run the play. Well,
10 seconds left. Again, the back official told them to stop. Now they run it.
Okay.
And that will push Wenzel back. And that will do it here from Kenosha Bradford this afternoon. It is a 32-0 win for the Wisconsin Slayers here from Kenosha. Again, we'll have more NLFL football for you from Marshfield next weekend. For Lucas Holheisel, Trevor Zaleski, Jason Zaleski, this is Steve Maves from Zaleski Sports. Have a great evening, everyone. We'll talk with you again next Saturday.